Welcome back to another episode of the Running Back Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Alexander, alongside Coach Ali.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, you got yourself quick, huh? You should have seen it.
My boy is on it today. And of course, still joined by the infamous Uncle E. What's going on, man?
What's up? How y'all doing? YouTube, Twitch possibly soon.
I mean,
we got Spotify, Apple.
Once we get the setup correct, y'all gonna
Stitcher.
Yeah, we don't want to cheat y'all. That's why we don't have it up yet, because we don't want to cheat y'all. We want to bring you good content week after week.
Entertaining content.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want to put no BS up. You know what I'm saying? So we go when we get it right, that's when it's gonna go up. But honestly, I don't know if I've been this excited for a full episode in a while. A lot has happened.
What you mean in a while? You don't like our full episodes?
It sounded like that. It sounded like
you say you just like part of our episodes, bro.
What I'm saying? Like it sounded like a regular day job.
This is a regular 9 to 5.
Ooh, man.
That's not what
right, just because you're depressed at 9 to 5 don't mean you can be depressed here.
Listen, man. I love coming here and recording with my guys every day.
You sound like you did. You sound like you said part of it.
But this episode,
probably when the part when it's about to get over, he's like, yeah.
Well, it's closing time. Let's go.
Come on, fellas.
Get up on out of
It's a commercial break time. I bet.
But see,
no, that's you. Them break time, nap time.
The thing that's wonderful about today's episode is just I'm very, very excited about everything that we're talking about today. It was quite a week in sports, from college football to the NFL to NBA preseason, telling us some things, some exciting stuff going on there, as well as NBA news, some things.
Some controversies.
Big controversial stuff surrounding the NFL, but we will get into that. And as E mentioned in last week's episode, the Little Debbie snacks will be debated. There's going to be a GOAT list that is happening.
Man, that's hard.
It's harder than y'all think.
That's hard. We saw the whole list. That's hard.
They got a hell of a lineup. But
better than hostess, I'll tell you that right now.
And some sleepers, man.
It's hard.
Definitely some sleepers.
Hey, there's no right answers at top 5, bro.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for today's episode because of all those things. Because I think we got, the energy's gonna be there with every single thing, man. It's been a great week of sports, man. Let's get into it.
I'm gonna need you to put the Little Debbie's on. Write them down.
I got mine written down.
You gotta for everybody.
Cement the Little Debbie's. You won't want nobody.
I got a pen. I got no pencils, bro. All on pen.
Hey,
that's true. Right. Hey, ain't no going back. So Ali, what's the first thing on the agenda for today?
Listen. Like we said,
talk to him.
Action-packed weekend of football,
facts,
college, and NFL. We'll start with college first.
Listen, always do.
The biggest game, upset, Texas A&M taking down Alabama.
Out of here.
Hey man, that game was lit. Back and forth game the entire way. I know Nick Saban was stressing out. He like 68 years old. He almost had a heart attack that game, bro. It was.
Why you stressing out that bad?
Yeah, bro, listen.
Boy, why you violating Nick Saban right now?
The Alabama defense corner, the secondary, I'm sorry, looks kind of sorry, no cap.
Bruh. Whose buddy gets slow ass like running miles on him, man?
Number 85 for Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Win something is his name.
Win a Baker, win a something.
Jalen Wyndmeyer.
Yeah,
Wyndmeyer, bro, running laps and dude looks so
that could not stop him, bro.
He don't look like he has no break. Like I want you guys to understand, if you didn't watch the game, at no point did he run past anybody.
Well, one touchdown, he kind of I ain't saying he ran past.
He didn't burn him. I say he didn't burn nobody. He did get past some guys. But the one play, the first big chunk play that he was running sideways and literally just taking defenders with him.
Yeah. No, they got some good receivers though. Like everyone was getting touches. Not like one particular person went off. It was just everyone got their touches, and when they got their touches, the yards after the catch was just amazing for them.
Yeah,
quarterback was pretty good for Texas.
Zach Calzada, bro. Besides that turnover, he was on fire.
And even that turnover, I don't think it was.
No, he shouldn't have thrown that ball.
I thought he was throwing it out. I thought he was throwing it out of bounds.
He was trying to do a grounding, but he didn't. That whole thing
left it too high. Yeah, he left it too high, and it was just a. He should have
took the sack if that was going to happen, but no, he had a phenomenal game. 285, 3 touchdowns, beautiful touchdown passes, over the top passes.
The one that he dropped in to the last one,
second half,
that joint.
That's
that's an NFL throw, bro.
Certified surgical, bro.
Once he gets consistent, or Scouts will get him. He'll be a day 2 type pick.
Do you know what I think?
Day 2, not like second rounder, maybe.
Nah.
That's day 2. First round was 1 day.
First round was 1 day, really?
Yes.
Dang, bro. Second round
Friday.
Yeah, right.
No, it was on Thursday.
I know,
literally went to the draft.
Second round
The
always
first
the same
rounder is
day.
Thursday, second round is Friday, and then
We literally went to the draft last year and
3 through
watched
7
the
is
second
like
rounders
4 to
go.
4. Yeah, come on, man.
I think the thing that I think was the most impressive to me about Mr. Calzada, his pocket presence was phenomenal. I think
The line protected him very well too.
Yeah, and I think anytime you got a guy that is somewhat mobile, particularly in college, and we know Texas A&M is historically like backyard football-ish. You know, we saw it a lot with Johnny Manziel. We've seen it in years past. That's just how they play at Texas A&M. They play that backyard style football. And so when you got a guy who can kind of move even a little bit, they are quick to get out of the pocket. And Alabama was bringing pressure all night. Like Ali said, the line did a great job protecting them. But even when they got through, that man stood in the pocket. I mean, the last touchdown that he threw, he stood in the pocket and got popped. Like they put him down, and it took him a minute to get up. But like he stood in there and threw that, and it was a perfect ball.
And I mean, like, even when the pocket was breaking down a little bit here and there, dude knew how to like maneuver, bro.
He was maneuvering around the pocket rather than trying to escape and get outside and get downfield, you know. And I think that's NFL type of quarterback stuff. Great game from Zach. Obviously,
I want to talk about Alabama.
Oh yeah, let's talk about him. Let's talk about it.
First of all, that Alabama offense is still great. That's a great ass offense.
Yeah, don't get it twisted about Bryce Young and what he did.
I ain't gonna lie. I know Bryce Young had a turnover, but listen, Bryce Young as a freshman,
it was a bad turnover too. It was in the end zone.
Yeah.
It was a bad turnover.
But as a freshman, he's gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
I think phenomenal is actually good here.
Yeah, 369, 3 touchdowns. But like, his quality of passes and the completions was like almost NFL-esque, bro. It was so good. He played really well. I mean, he had great receivers, Jameson Williams and John Michie. Phenomenal. It was great.
They couldn't tackle Jameson Williams, bro.
No. He was flying by him. He was like Deshaun Jackson.
Bro, they just couldn't bring him down. He was getting past guys. He was stiff arming. I mean, like, they just simply didn't look like they could bring him down.
And Brian Robinson, bro, he was running down that Texas A&M defense is awful. But he had 150 by himself, basically.
I mean, it's an Alabama running back, man. I mean,
fair enough, but
I admit that Alabama running back.
We know how that story goes.
Yeah, that offense is still great. This is the secondary for Alabama. Yeah. It's scary to watch because usually we would see great secondary. You know, people like Collins,
Landon Collins.
Yeah, we got other NFL. That's a lot of corners and safeties in the NFL. Fitzpatrick? Yeah, Minka
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Out of Alabama, probably one of the best safeties in the game right now.
Yeah.
Like they're probably one of the top 5 you say for secondary for producing in the NFL. So like,
I mean, I give it to get a nod to slightly to LSU right now, but I mean,
I
mean historically, I mean, I know OSU, DBU.
Yeah, but still, like, Alabama's up there for developing NFL corners and safeties.
I mean, it's NFL talent. You step onto it. You don't go to Alabama because you
start at Alabama.
You don't end up at Alabama because you aight. You know what I'm saying, nigga? If you on the field, if you on Nick Saban's field, your chances of getting to the NFL are solid because niggas are gonna be watching you every game, every snap. I think one thing to mention with that, like you said, their secondary specifically getting cooked. The second touchdown that Zach threw, we were watching back again because it was to 85. It was the one to Winnemeyer where his slot receiver pulls the safety away from the corner because they were playing a cover 2, so both safeties are back and playing deep. And Winnemeyer's on the right side of the field running a go route. The slot receiver is running a post inside. So he's coming inside, coming opposite side, and he runs it so well. He gets up into the strong safety and pulls him away. And the corner is coming deep trying to cover the flat. And so Winnemeyer is wide open for that touchdown. That type of communication breakdown you don't see very often on a Nick Saban defense, but they did it again and again and again. They were just throwing looks at them that they couldn't match.
Because you saw, like, at first, the corner was, like, close.
He was playing up to him, yeah.
And then as soon as he, like, noticed that, that's why I like Winnemeyer, bro. he just broke off. Like
took off, bro. Whatever speed he had in him.
It was so slow.
Yeah, bro. He absolutely took off. But yeah, like Ali said,
I thought he was a tight end.
I thought he was tight end too, but I ain't gonna lie.
He might have to play tight end.
We're number 85. He looked bigger. Like he was holding them all. Like he was just holding dudes off.
He might have converted to tight end if he went to playing the league.
Yeah, man. But obviously, big hero of the day goes to Mr. Seth Small, the kicker for Texas A&M. Icing the game for him. No time left. I mean, there's very few kicks bigger than that in college football in general. You know, but the man comes out, does what he has to do, and puts number one Alabama away.
Clutch kicking. Pat McAfee was happy when he saw that.
I mean, that's a tough situation. You know what I'm saying? Because prior to that kick, he had been on the field twice. That whole game.
He didn't look phased neither. So
yeah, he lined it up.
Man, he was going through his rotations
Went out
the
there and
entire
looked at
game,
it.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think they say that's what makes a great athlete is the situation of just not letting the moment get to you and trusting in your practice and in the process. And he did it, man, and they got to win. So big ups to Texas A&M for taking down number one Alabama. One hell of a game. You want to slide us into the next game?
Next game, I think this might be the game of the week for me. Oklahoma, Texas. This was a throwback. This is a classic game. Just gonna go like we're gonna watch this 5-10 years from now, and you'll be like, yeah, that was a game. You gonna have to remember that game.
Facts.
That was an amazing game. Final score was Oklahoma beating Texas 55-48. Listen, this is a back and forth. Well, I won't say back and forth.
I would.
No. First half, Texas was so dominant.
Cooking niggas.
I mean, they scored 38 points. They was cooking them.
It's 38-20 at the half.
They must have
that first quarter. 28-7 first quarter. They was on fire. They looked like Cole McCoy, Texas. They looked like Vince Young, Texas. They looked like the old Texas that we all knew that they can be.
It was when Texas was truly a staple of college football.
Top 10 all time, like all the time. Come on now.
Hey, Cole McCoy. People forget about Cole. You know, Vince Young obviously is Vince Young, but like niggas really forget how nice Cole McCoy was in Texas, bro. Because he had a mid-tier NFL career. They forget how dominant he was in Texas, bro.
It's not his fault.
It's Jack's fault. That's the fault of it. That's our fault.
Yeah, we ruined that man. But anyways, then the second half, Oklahoma turned up.
Facts.
They turned up because they took out Spencer Rattler ass out.
Can we talk about him for a second? Can we talk about a projected number one overall pick killing his draft stock?
That man was struggling to get any type of gains, any type of momentum for his offense.
So did you see the whole news thing that was going on around him?
Okay, explain that for us.
Okay, so I'll break it down for you. So Spencer Rattler's obviously been struggling. We've all been seeing that pretty openly. There was this clip that came out of Caleb Williams, who is by depth chart. Yeah, he's a freshman, and the way the depth chart has it laid out as the backup, he was taking snaps with the ones, and somebody recorded that, put it on the internet, right? So Lincoln Riley obviously is furious that anybody's recording practices and everything like that, especially when you see the backup. When you have a fully healthy guy who is at the beginning of the season in Heisman conversations, projected number one overall pick, him or Thibodeau out of LSU, one of those guys, or Oregon, excuse me. You got a number one overall pick potentially, and he's being benched for your freshman. That's a bad look for people. So then Spencer Rattler's dad comes out.
His dad got to stay up the news, bro.
Yeah. So his dad comes out after this. So Lincoln Riley cuts off all communication from the media after that until after their game. So after this game, before that they couldn't get any access to the media or any access to the team. Wasn't letting them talk at all. And so then after this clip gets leaked, Spencer Rattler's dad is like, well, shit, I'm going to go to the media. And he basically is like, I think we really need to evaluate, what's best for him, if the NFL is best or if staying another year, but maybe in a different program, something that's more beneficial for him and a team that truly knows how to use his talents.
First of all,
talk to me.
If you're a parent and your son or daughter is like top of a college sport, whatever sport they play, they always in the news. They're like, "Oh, she was so great that game. She's always in the top." They're one of the elites in college, whatever sport you play, right? if you're a parent, please stay your ass outside the media, bro.
Might have to disagree with you a little bit there.
No, listen though.
I don't.
You can't say stuff like that because you put your child in a tough situation. Cause now you gotta talk to the child gotta.
Because your child has to answer for that.
Yeah, you gotta answer for that on the field, off the field, to the coaches, to the players. Because like now you're like, oh, your dad talking shit now. Your dad think he better.
Look, I understand that you want to stand up for your child and all that, but you have to understand on a grand scheme of things, especially if we're talking about a quarterback at a program like Oklahoma, that is a distraction to the team. That's why Lincoln Riley cut off the media access, because all they're going to be asking about is why is Caleb Williams taking snaps with the ones? What's the future of Spencer Rattler at this program? And these niggas have a game to get ready for.
Yeah, that's all it provides is distraction. You don't say too much shit to the media because you know the media's on tape. Whatever little snippet you give them, they're going to spin it or trying to make some kind of narrative out of anything you say, and it's going to make it look bad. Sometimes look good, but most of the time it's bad.
Because I've seen the headlines already, every single one after his dad made that comment. Is Spencer Rattler leaving Oklahoma? Does he sit out and just go to the combine and perform? And if him and his agent are confident, all this other shit, like a whole thing.
And it's not even the first time his dad been in the news for that shit.
No, it's not. This is the fourth time
since high school. He keep talking shit. Like, just shut the hell up. Let your son do his job, and then because he puts more pressure on your son. Now, if your son don't live up to the expectations, now his fucking career is gone because now everyone's like, oh, your dad was talking shit. Now you suck. Like,
see, I think for that example, it's a little excess, but I do want to bring Lamar's mom as an example.
That's a different situation. Has Lamar's play ever?
Hey, no, I'm talking about just him being pushed to switch positions.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
That is more so. So I think it's slightly different only because we're looking at a situation where he is actively struggling and talking about switching. Lamar at that point is leaving his amateur status and stepping into the light of a professional. And part of what you trade for that is the media. I mean, the media hits these college kids hard, but when you get to that next level, there's really nothing. There's no sort of filter in that point. I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen how Kevin Durant's mom reacts to the media and some of that early on with LeBron James and his mom. We do love KD.
She doesn't talk about Kevin Durant's play. She just talk about how the media was bullying her son.
Yeah, so those things are different. But for you to actively come out and say like, I don't know where we sit on where my son is going to play ball.
Yeah, that's different.
That is different.
You control his future. You're going to ruin his future if he doesn't live up to the standard you set on him.
Because I would even say a similar situation, but in a positive light. Look at Jalen Hurts in his year at Oklahoma, right? Mm-hmm. When he was at Alabama and transferred to Oklahoma, when he comes in, he wins a national championship at Alabama, he saves the day, right? And then they put that nigga right back on the bench, and his dad is like, well, what the fuck we doing here? Like, we've just seen what he can do. We just won the biggest game that you can play in college football, and now you telling me that this other guy's gonna come and play over him? Yeah. When he has a hurt hip? No, I'm not doing that. So that is a situation where I feel like you are justified in. However, Spencer is struggling. There's nothing we cannot deny. He has not looked good since opening week.
Yeah,
and that's just, that's facts.
Yeah, you can't you should never put pressure on your kid. I don't care what sport or what profession they're doing. Let them figure shit out. If they ask questions, they'll ask you privately, not to the fucking media. Yeah,
you talk to them, you comfort them, you do you still be a parent to your child.
Don't do that shit to the media,
keep that shit out of the public, bro.
Yeah. That's some private matter shit. We got.
Dang, don't. You seem pretty passionate about this.
No, because that shit's annoying. Because if he fucked up, Spencer Rattler look like an idiot because he not living up to the expectations his dad put for him. Right. Or that's not fair for him. So
we've seen it where because I don't want to get him crossed, right? I want it to show that he is specifically talking about trying to change his future when Spencer is getting the opportunity.
Right.
When in a situation like Jalen Hurts, he proved that he could do it and was not getting the opportunity to continue to prove. Yeah. Spencer's been given chance after he's started every game. Mm-hmm. He has gone out there and started. He's been pulled multiple times, but he has started. They are giving him the opportunities to show what he can do, and he is not showing that. So Lincoln Riley is making the decision because his job is to win football games, not make you feel better.
Exactly. And you win a football games, he getting cut.
Like,
Simple as that.
Because we all know how sports work. You don't win games, you get fired. And Oklahoma's at the point now where they're a top school.
They've been to playoffs.
They've been to the playoffs. We talk. They feel like they could probably compete. You ask them, you go in there, they feel like they can compete for a national championship. Yeah. And I don't think it's that far off. The level of play is not that far off for them. So
I agree.
Lincoln Riley is in a position where he like, bro, I'm trying to win. I don't care.
If you want your son to play better, let him play better, but don't talk shit to me.
Yeah, if he plays better, I'm gonna put the best quarterback out there. I mean, he came out and said, I'm gonna put the best guy out there, whether that's number 7 or number 13.
So yeah, number 7 had a shit day, and number 13 didn't. So anyways, back to the game. Yeah. Kenny Brooks, the running back,
crazy.
That man was running down. He looked like Tiki Barber. He looked like Eddie George. He looked like all the great running backs, bro. He
looked Tiki Barber, Penn State Saquon.
Bro, he was running through that defense like crazy, bro. 217.
Penn State Saquon's a great one.
217 on 25 carries,
bro. Going dumb.
Bro, that's dumb. Video game numbers. 2 touchdowns and that 65-yard touchdown, bro. Come on now.
He was going dumb, bro.
Come on now. That man was eating.
He outran the quarterback. He ran for more yards than the quarterback threw.
Caleb Williams, that touchdown he scored, he had 3-4 defenders miss, and they get.
That boy shifty,
bro. He's fast as hell, bro. He looked like.
I didn't think he had that type of breakaway speed. I knew he was I knew he had quick feet, like he was quick going side to side.
He took off like he was.
I didn't think he had that downfield speed.
Yeah, you saying both acceleration, bro.
Facts. Yeah, man. That was a hell of a game.
That was a good ass game.
Hey, shout out to Marvin Mims too, boy. He gonna be the next one, bro. He gonna be the next Oklahoma.
Mims was eating. He was catching everything. He looked like Odell Beckham.
I don't know what it is. I don't know who the wide receivers coach is at Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
But it seemed like they always got one guy every year that just route niggas up. Like
excellent route running.
It's not even like it don't even be like it's just like from a technical standpoint, footwork. And what they're doing after the release, it is poetic almost. And Marvin Mims is that next one, bro. Bro, keep watching him.
Yeah. Let's mention some of these Texas wide receivers, man.
We're talking about Texas. Listen, even the running game from Texas, the guy Bijan Robinson, 20 carries and 137, still dog eating. That's crazy.
That's still
good. Like they was running. They both teams' offense was amazing.
137 yards on the ground for them and 217.
Casey Thompson 2 for 388 and 5 touchdowns.
Hey,
388, 5 touchdowns. Hey. This game was lit. If you didn't watch this game live, I don't know what to tell you.
He threw bombs.
Xavier, first game of the first play of the game. Xavier Worthy 75-yard touchdown.
Tutty.
He got 260.
And then said you thought I could only do it. On special teams.
But listen, he had 9 catches, 261, 2 touchdowns. Come on, think about that,
bro. Number 8 was out there getting them. Then Joshua Moore
caught the
2.
Guy.
Yeah, that's it, boy. He caught 2 big ones.
Mm-hmm. Not just the big ones.
He caught the tight end touchdown.
What was that?
Was that a snag out the air?
Yeah. Bro, it was amazing. The game was fire.
It was back and forth game, high scoring. I mean, if you are an offensive, which everybody is, offense is always more pleasing to the eye. That was the game for you. It felt like. You remember the Chiefs-Rams game, 2-3 years ago when they was playing when they were supposed to play in Mexico, but they didn't, and it was just back and forth all year. Right before Marcus Peters ended up with the rape. Yeah, man. It had that same type of feel. No defense. There was just nothing that the other defense could do.
It was a great offensive chess match.
I think Joshua Moore had the craziest mush.
He also had a crazy.
This game was definitely one of those games where whoever had the ball last, which Oklahoma did,
Facts.
He was going to win the game. And they scored the game-winning touchdown with 1 second left on the clock. So, Texas played well. They only scored 10 points in the second half, though. So
that last second of the game where he tried to hurdle buddy. What was he thinking, bro?
I don't know what.
They was like, let me just do my highlights real quick.
Yeah, K. Brewer. Listen, I respect what you tried to do. Don't ever do that shit again.
What was he like 8 more dudes behind him, you gonna hurt him, buddy?
Even if he had gotten over that one dude, he was getting popped. It's actually probably good that he didn't, because the moment that he landed, he was getting speared. So yeah, those were 2 games that were very. I mean, there were other great games on the ledger that happened throughout the week. Those 2 games were really the ones that caught the eye. Just kind of get through the rest of them. Coastal Carolina,
Coastal Sea boy. Ain't messing with me in Coastal C.
Take down Arkansas State 52-20. Cincinnati gets, well, we'll go through the AP stuff. But Cincinnati gets bumped up, obviously, with Alabama losing. But they solidify that and absolutely obliterate Temple 52-3.
I mean, it's Temple, though. You know?
Yeah, man, it's Temple.
That ain't like the Citadel, bro.
Citadel, our least favorite school. Arizona State and Stanford. Arizona, number 18, Arizona State takes down Stanford 28-10. Ohio State puts up 66 on Big Ten Maryland. We already went through the Oklahoma-Texas game. Vanderbilt goes down to Florida and they managed to not put up a point.
Point bucket. They didn't do it both. So.
Not a single one.
I ain't gonna lie, a big upset. I mean, not big upset, but Baylor winning against West Virginia. West Virginia's a good team.
Yeah, Baylor, West Virginia, great game. Arkansas, Mississippi, a big thriller, 51-52 win for Ole Miss in that game. Michigan State obviously beats Rutgers. The big. We saw a lot of interconference games this week. So
what's going on with Notre Dame, man? Why they struggling against these teams, man? They
Notre
won by 3.
Notre Dame is the most overrated team in college football.
Don't slip on Notre Dame. Like,
Notre Dame's overrated, bro. They got whitewashed by Cincinnati.
Notre Dame is the most overrated team,
and they
in college
barely beat
football.
Virginia Tech by 3.
Bro, they beat Toledo. They beat Toledo by 3.
It was the exact same score, actually.
It was.
It was the exact same score.
It really was.
They got a game plan to execute. Win by 3.
That's not gonna get you the top.
Simply
25.
because also Penn State, Iowa, phenomenal game.
That was a defensive game. If you like, that was a good defensive game.
Now, this was the first game for me that Iowa shows me that they deserve the ranking that they're at. It was a hard fought game.
Yeah.
We saw them struggle early and then begin to progress. So this was the first game for me where I was like, okay, all right, Iowa.
I know they got a cupcake schedule after this game, but they
don't got the Citadel though.
That's what it is.
At least don't like the Citadel. Bro.
Not because I don't like Alabama playing the Citadel every fucking 5 years, bro.
Kentucky knocks off LSU, further solidifying that if you don't have a Joe Burrow, LSU is overrated. And it's just the facts. Georgia.
Hey, shout out to Georgia, bro. That defense look like top 5 in the country. Maybe number 1.
Shout out to you, Georgia.
That's a strong.
That defense is carrying them. The offense is mid, but the
offense is mid. The offense is very mid.
I'm just saying, just facts. Look at the tape.
Isaiah, the offense is mid, but the defense does look strong.
Defense, yeah.
Ali called it the best in the SEC. I argue with him, but I don't really have an answer for it.
Top 5 in the nation.
After seeing what Alabama did to Texas A&M, I can't argue against it.
I'm top 5 in the nation. I'm just saying.
Top 5 in the nation.
But then, of course, Michigan pulls it out against Nebraska only by 3. That was their trap game. They made it through that. Notre Dame, Ali mentioned Notre Dame squeaks it out against Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
and
Notre
then
Dame.
San Diego State puts the smackdown on New Mexico 31-7.
Come on, man. Why are we New Mexico, bro?
Bro, don't sleep on New Mexico, bro.
That ain't like.
Don't ask me my favorite Nick from New Mexico State because I couldn't tell you.
Tony Snell went to New Mexico State. I'm pretty.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like a type of guy to go to New Mexico State.
And so now with that new AP poll ranking, we've got Georgia sitting at number 1.
Deserved.
Absolutely deserved with 62 first place votes. Iowa at number 2.
Is that unanimous? Unanimous? Does Georgia?
How many votes is available? 62 or 64, something like that.
Okay, damn.
So yeah, Georgia gets there with 62 first place votes. Iowa lands number 2. Wow. Cincinnati at number 3.
See, this is a problem. I understand Iowa just beat Penn State.
They did.
But Cincinnati's a better team than Iowa. Iowa stay last at number 3. Cincinnati's number 2.
They're both undefeated too, so Cincinnati number 3, Oklahoma is number 4, Alabama drops all the way down to number 5.
They'll say all the way down. They
should drop further. Texas A&M was unranked. They should drop further down than that. Ohio State sitting at number 6. Penn State after that loss drops to number 7. Michigan sits at number 8. Oregon number 9.
Wait, did Oregon lose to somebody? Stanford? Why the fuck they still number 9?
They shouldn't be as high up.
He said Stanford.
The fuck?
And then Michigan State.
They only dropped 1 spot.
Yeah.
Nah, this is bullshit.
And Michigan State rounds up. Man, Ali is fired up today.
Oregon lost to fucking Stanford. Stanford is a 500 team.
And Stanford just lost to Arizona State.
Come on now, what the fuck?
No,
they should be like 12 or some shit.
Just this is completely random. I don't know who does the uniform design over Arizona State, but you're not getting paid. I don't know how much they're paying you, but you ain't getting paid enough. Every uniform that y'all put out this year, cold. Every combo, icy. They going dumb. Also, I just want to mention the Big Ten very well represented in this top 10 with Iowa and OSU,
teams.
Penn State, Michigan, and Michigan State. So then just outside the top 10.
Yeah, 5 teams.
Yeah, we have the top 10. Then just outside, you have Kentucky sitting at 11, Oklahoma State at 12, Ole Miss at 13, overranked Notre Dame at 14.
Did not move a spot. They should be like number 20. They ass.
So winning's ass now, huh?
Bro, they lost to Cincinnati. Shut the hell up.
Winning's ass, huh?
If you barely beat Toledo, if you barely beat who they just played?
Don't even matter. Somebody asked Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, you barely beat these 2 teams? Come on, now.
Virginia Tech a
Game plan
basketball school.
execution.
Y'all favorite.
Ali's favorite team, or Uncle E's favorite team, Coastal Carolina.
Coastal C,
Coastal should be above Notre Dame.
Facts.
We're not.
They
They winning. They're undefeated. They ain't got no losses.
Wake Forest is also 6-0. Just Wake
Yeah,
Forest
we don't
hasn't been
care.
6-0
Wake
since
Forest.
2003.
Wake Forest should be above Notre Dame.
I think 2003 they haven't been 6-0. Arkansas sits at 17. Arizona State gets moved up to 18. BYU at 19. Florida at 20. Texas A&M after their big win jumps to 21. NC State at 22. Southern Methodist University at 23. San Diego State at 24. And Texas rounds out the list at 25 with Auburn, Clemson, and Baylor. And University of Texas San Antonio just sitting on the outside.
Wait, so
Hey, Air Force got 2 first place votes. Shout out to y'all.
So you saying Texas San Antonio is number 29 in the country? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just wanted to also say Air Force is out there too, so they'd be what 30, 31, 32. They would be hey man, don't disrespect Air Force.
It's on the football team, not the actual jobs y'all do.
We respect all our military branches out here.
I'm talking about the football team. I'm talking about the.
Hey man, Air Force, they throw the ball.
Shit.
So transitioning into the guys who play on
NFL.
Transitioning into the guys who play on Sundays every time
And
you
Mondays.
suit up on it,
And sometimes Thursdays.
and Thursdays. Mm-hmm. You're right. My fault. I didn't
Before
mean
we get any further, hey Aaron, how'd your fantasy team do this week?
you got saved by your tight end, man.
I ain't gonna lie. You be escaping these fucking wins, bro.
3
of your wins.
beating by 1 point.
3 of your wins are less than 5 points. You beat me by 4 points.
Like
something.
Notre Dame, I come in with a game plan.
You beat Aaron by 1, and the other opponent beat barely by 2 points. The only time you had a blowout is against some shitty ass guy. We don't even know.
Hey, when you get to 500, you can come talk to me, and I sit over there and talk sports.
Did you watch the games this weekend besides the Ravens and Colts?
Oh yeah, bro.
All right then.
Do you want to start with the Ravens and Colts just so we can
No, that was a great game. We're gonna save that for like.
No, we're starting with them first.
Well, I mean, if we're not gonna start with them, we should start in order and go Thursday night.
Rams, Seahawks.
Seahawks. Matthew Stafford does Matthew Stafford things. He looked like Matthew Stafford in Detroit. Unfortunately, this was not his cleanest game against the worst secondary in all of football. It was not great. Now he threw for a ton of yards, 1 touchdown, but he also threw a pick. And if that's not old vintage Matthew Stafford, I don't know what it is. He threw for 365 in this game, so he threw it all over the yard.
No, don't disrespect Matthew Stafford.
I will say though,
like old Matthew Stafford.
that game was very up there for Geno Smith to take him. I really think Geno Smith was close to taking him.
It was on fire up the
Geno Smith the savior.
Geno, fuck no. But Geno Smith was almost doing Geno Smith things, not good things, but
doing Geno Smith things. Yeah, no, it was also great to see. Darrell Henderson return. You know, he was on that injury, bounces back, 17 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. He looks healthy running again. So Rams fans, that is great news for you.
But for Seahawks fans,
Russell Wilson misses his
He broke his finger.
Yeah, man.
That shit was dangling his head.
Yeah, it didn't look very pretty.
That shit looked nasty. It was like, ugh.
What was it, Aaron Donald? Bro, put that man on. Like, if you are an O-line, you are double teaming him every time.
I don't know how you don't go into it like, all right, we putting 2 niggas on him.
Every time.
All game.
Bro, I don't understand why you don't just go for his knees, bro.
Cause you don't want to injure the man.
Yeah,
Bro.
I fuck that nigga too good, bro.
What did you
We don't. The thoughts and
You the
opinions
same
of the
dude.
Running Back podcast members do not reflect the thoughts and opinions of all three. Of the Running Back podcast.
Put a disclaimer out.
Disclaimer.
I'm sorry, Aaron Down. I love you, dog. You just too damn good.
Thank you. You
There
saying
you go.
you
That's
gotta stop him because he's too good.
Hey, your boy DK Metcalf was cooking.
He was. Oh my goodness, man. DK Metcalf is
He's
one of
so
the best
good, man.
second round pickups I've seen in a while.
He's so good, man. Like
It's unfair because he has a body of a tight end.
I wanted to say he was overrated because he wasn't that great at Ole Miss. Like he was a big play guy at Ole Miss.
Yeah,
Dog.
But then like he really got to NFL and was like, oh no, I'm actually like that.
very true, very true. But I think again, people underestimated, his skill versus his actual physical
Yeah,
capability.
that's what I would say. Yeah, his skill as like from a technical standpoint, his jump from year 1 to year 2 has been nuts, and like you've seen the progression in his route running ability, his release especially, and I think even when he's on those shorter routes that he runs, when he's making those contested catches and the way he's been using his body, because we saw it a lot. He did a ton of push-offs in his rookie year because he's strong. I mean, he's 6'4". These niggas are like 5'10". You know what I'm saying? And he usually got like 40 pounds of him. So he just moved like.
And then he caught that.
But they gonna throw that every time.
He caught that Arizona Cardinal dude, bro.
Him running down Buda Baker shows you the athleticism part, but when you couple that with the tech, and I think him and Russell Wilson being able to work together, so it certainly also helps having a future Hall of Famer throwing you the football.
Wilson getting injured, fuck my fantasy team.
You didn't have backup?
You didn't pick up
Good
Geno
enough
Smith?
backup?
No, I got Taylor Heineke. He about to go off on the fucking Chiefs defense.
That's your
Yeah, you ain't touching 500 this season, but okay.
The Chiefs defense ain't the worst defense in the league. Passing defense in the league.
I put that on Seattle, but it's pretty close.
Fair enough.
So actually,
Fair enough.
pretty close. It is.
Speaking of Chiefs,
Okay.
Clapped.
they ass. That defense is ass.
Before we go any further, right? Them playing so bad is not a reflection on,
Pat Mahomes.
Pat
Mahomes had a good game.
Because now people are starting to really sway against him being a top 5 quarterback.
No, Patrick
And
Mahomes
that
is
is
still
absurd.
Still that guy. He's still that
He's
guy.
still that guy. Listen, you have to
But is
understand
he-
how good Buffalo is.
But is he top 5 this season?
This season, not right now, no.
No.
Okay.
No.
But if we're talking about
if the nigga was trying to be on your team, I think most teams are taking him.
Okay.
You know what
the
I'm saying?
Bills are just that good.
Yeah,
Bills are fucking good.
just that good. Like at every single
The
level.
offense is complete. The defense is.
No. Bar the run game. Yes.
The run game doesn't work.
Devin Singletary
Josh Allen is
not.
the run game though.
That's
Devin Singletary is absolute cheeks,
It
and I
don't
don't want
matter.
it.
Josh Allen can do it.
No, I get it, but it's not complete. I'm just saying that's not a complete.
But on the defensive side of things, they're phenomenal.
They
Micah
are
Hyde
unfair.
is a top. He grabbed the pick. Micah Hyde is
Micah
incredible. Gregory Rousseau, their first round pick out of Miami. Dudes has come in. I think him and Micah Parsons are going back and forth for defensive.
Michael
rookie of the
Parsons
year.
winning it, but
Micah
he was
Parsons,
right about
damn,
that.
I said Micah
That rush
Parsons.
offense.
I said Micah Parsons was gonna be a bust. That nigga is
That
proving to be
was-
very wrong.
He called it again.
Tremaine Edwards obviously is a great linebacker. You looking at Levi Wallace, who's older but still is somehow figuring out locking these niggas down. He only does it for 3 plays in a row, and then he all right, I'm playing off ball.
bro. Listen,
Man, just, sometimes it's that wisdom that comes along with it, man. You
But
gotta
then,
trust the old vets. They know shit.
Tre'Davious White is that guy as well. Go ahead, say what you said.
the Bills rush offense is all
It's not good.
Listen, Zach Moss and Singletary has 62 rushing yards together. Josh Allen had 59
And the touchdown.
and a touchdown.
Josh Allen is their run game.
Just know if you're gonna play him, just don't worry about the run game. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Rush 3
Josh Allen is really,
and
really
have
good.
and have your linebacker
Josh Allen's really
just
good.
follow Josh Allen around.
Exactly.
Get your most athletic linebacker and be like, all right, 17, you stick with him. Everybody else dropping the coverage.
All right, and let's talk about the Ravens and the Colts.
If I ever hear any one of y'all slander Lamar, y'all don't like football. Just
Listen,
say y'all like table tennis. I can understand that.
Listen, Lamar Jackson is a phenomenal player, phenomenal quarterback.
Let me put this in perspective, right?
Go ahead.
Yo, three running backs injured, gone, season over.
And a shitty ass running back. What you got right now, Williams.
Yeah.
You ain't saying that because you got him on your fantasy team.
He's still shitty because he only averaged like 4 points a fucking game.
That's because
Okay. Then you got Marcus Peters gone.
out of there.
John Staley Stanley, I forgot his name.
John
Lineman, gone for a little bit. Rashad Bateman coming back this week. Gone first 5 weeks, not that. And
He's a
team
really good receiver,
was like,
too.
we got 15 inches, and we
Key
still
players.
pulling out wins.
Still 4-1.
I don't ever want to hear
Who's y'all lost
nobody. No, the Raiders first game of the season.
Right, yeah.
You know, before
Before that, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that a little later.
But it's calling Lamar.
But 19, down, what was it, 22-3, 19-point deficit. Lamar turned it on.
22-6.
No, it was 22-3.
At the half? Are you going into the fourth?
Well, I was just going to
No,
19
and the
point
half
deficit.
is 10-3 at the half. We were
Yeah,
talking
it's
I'm
about.
talking about the
10-3 at the
19-point deficit to come back.
Yeah,
That
it was 22
to 3.
Oh, they had to score, yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to me about my team. Did your team win this week? That's probably the thing you can answer, but we'll get that.
It's not our fault.
All right.
Anyway.
But
Fuck you, nigga.
to come back, 19-point deficit.
And the way he came back.
Throwing the. Thank you. I was going.
Yeah. No, I got you.
What was it? The highest percentage rating of an over 400-yard game in NFL history.
Was it 87%?
85.
He was
85.
He was 37 to 43 for 442 and 4 touchdowns. That's MVP level football.
That's
there are
Madden.
things that when you draft a quarterback that's supposed to be a franchise guy, the things that you are looking for is consistency, efficiency, and the ability to get you out of situations that otherwise you would lose. That was a game that if they had any other quarterback other than Lamar Jackson,
He had
they're
all
losing
three.
that.
He had all three aspects.
Yeah, they're losing that game.
I'm going to say this because I'm not just saying, Baltimore's a great team because they probably would have lost it if Colts kicker something blanking shit.
Man, all three of them kickers,
Rodrigo
they all
Blankenship.
getting cut, bro.
They out there.
No, listen.
Blankenship's hurt. Blankenship
Yeah,
hurt his
I
hip,
heard it.
and then they brought in their punter to try to kick a field goal, and then he missed. And
He
it was like,
was like,
nigga, get out of
you
here.
out here, bro. Hey, bring your fucking, put your helmet on, get your pass, bro.
He's like, Coach, I'm hurt. Nigga, I don't care. Get out of
But
here.
peak game, right? He was hurt.
Yep.
He missed 2,
Right.
but
He
Calais
made-
Campbell blocked the 1.
Don't say that.
Calais Campbell did get. I mean, Calais Campbell 6'7",
6'8",
6'8".
over 300. And the
That's
funny
a
thing
big
is,
dude, man.
the commentary is funny. He was like, he did an old venture move. He went skinny, and he's like 6'8", 300, and he went skinny. I was like, these guys are funny. These guys are hilarious.
Yeah, it was an absolute great game. It took him overtime to do it, but I think the thing for me that's a mark about this game, it was the biggest knock on Lamar is his ability to throw the football. And obviously, the thing I would still say I want to see him not necessarily do this. This is a ridiculous mark, but just the ability to be like, okay, like Lamar, we're not gonna let you run. That's essentially what the Colts are saying. Like, we're not going to let you escape. And he still ran for 62 yards, by the way, but whatever. But they said, we are not going to let you beat us with your legs. You're going to have to do it with your arm. And God damn it, he did it.
I will say, though, some of his throws weren't the greatest throws.
Some of those throws are
one.
Some
like,
of those
No,
catches.
it was a few to Mark Andrews. He had to adjust. There was a few to Hollywood that he had to adjust. And there was a few to Sammy he had to adjust. I mean, I'm not saying Lamar's. I mean, shit happens. Like he was in pressure sometimes, and the ball wasn't pretty. But if he can be more consistent with his ball to the chest,
But he also on that same token though, he put one ball in particular.
No, I'm not saying he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Some throws are like fucking Drew Brees, Tom Brady.
There was one ball that he
Peyton
threw to
Manning type
Hollywood.
of fucking throw. That was like I'm like
He
that's
put that in his letters.
that's a Hall of Fame throw right there. But they had those like second string throws. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Barely. Mark Andrews wasn't
That
there.
sluggo route that he threw to Mark Andrews, I'm like, yo.
Well, for the 2-point conversion, I was scared.
But yeah, so it was a crazy game, man.
Lamar, you static shot. I gotta let him call you Superman.
Yeah, Lamar, you that guy, bro.
You static out here.
Can I throw out a fun stat for y'all?
Yeah, go ahead.
So in week 6 of the NFL, there were 28 missed field goal attempts.
The most in NFL history in a week.
Yeah, I heard that. That was sad.
It was a wild time.
Niggas getting cut.
You know what the saddest thing was? Justin Tucker only had one attempt and made it one kick. Justin Tucker. stay you, man. Stay you.
Let's go quick fire these scores.
Should we talk about Cleveland real quick?
Talk about the Cleveland
Browns game, but I want to talk about. You put up. You retweeted the video.
We will. Okay. So I want to preface this with if Grant Delpit, he look, the kid has great instincts, great ball skills. He's overzealous. He is overzealous and allows for essentially dummy routes and decoy routes to take him off the actual route.
The motherfucking
so Mike Williams had
165.
Had 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Right?
It was slot, right?
100 and I think they said 115 because one was a 75-yard, the other was it was 100. It had to be 120 because one was 52, the other one was 75. So 120 of those yards were from 2 plays, in which Grant Delpit jumped the route of the slot or the decoy route. So if so Mike Williams is running a go or a fade. Actually, he's running a fade up the sideline, and the corner's job in that coverage, because they're running shell coverage. The corner's route in there is to bump the receiver on the way up, slow him down, take him off his route a little bit, and then that gives the safety time, and it gives him that little split second for a defensive line to get into safety. Then at that point, comes up a little bit to shade the route and then cover him in that zone, right? So that's what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
There is also a deep out being run, like I said, about a 15-yard out that was being ran by Jalen Guyton. And now, had Justin Herbert thrown that route, Grant Delpit's picking that and is probably not going to the house, but he's picking the ball. He goes for that route, and Mike Williams is gone because he's being guarded by AJ Green, he's been elevated off the practice squad this year. So AJ Green's bumped him, done his job, and is now covering the underneath stuff with the linebackers. Mike Williams is 15 yards down the field, and Grant Delpit is jumping this out route or attempting to jump this out route where the ball's has not left Justin Herbert's hands, and Mike Williams is running free down the sidelines. He did that twice, and both times went for a touchdown. So that's 14 points simply given up by 2 horrible mistakes. But on that same token, I do not want to take away anything from Justin Herbert in the fantastic game that he played. Justin Herbert is a special talent.
It's a stud. A fucking stud.
I mean,
that man do for 400 yards and 4
touchdowns, not a single pick.
And that man has the most crispiest throws. This is like magic when he throws the ball.
It's his 8th game with over 300 yards and no picks or something like that. I mean, his efficiency's been there. Now, granted, he does have Keenan Allen, who I think is probably one of the most underrated wide receivers out there.
Whoa. They don't give him respect.
The run game is underappreciated right now from
Austin Eckler. Yeah.
Like
he's hard to bring. He is hard to bring. When they need a first down, the trust that they have in him to go, and because it's not like he's not a super hard power runner. Like he's not a Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry type.
He's like more LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, he's just a hard dude to bring down. Now he will throw a stiff arm out, and if you try to bring up a corner or somebody to get him, or even a smaller linebacker, he probably running through that nigga. But for the most part, he just makes people miss, and. Yeah, and he picked up the majority of their first downs, and they were getting them in these 3rd and mediums. They have 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 constantly, but they could not get Austin Eckler down. He is a shifty guy.
That was a lot of fantasy points there. But I want to get to a video you retweeted on Twitter, right? And it was talking about Baker Mayfield because there's been a lot of Baker Mayfield slander. Stephen A. Smith saying, he's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But this video really highlighted some points.
Talk that.
One big point was was it 47-42 the game?
47-42.
He's like, you're taking 42 points with Baker Mayfield any given day. And I'm
you're winning that game the majority of the time.
Exactly, right? And another thing, and I'm going to say just, like this, right? I think a lot of his slander comes from him being number 1 pick.
Facts. It absolutely is.
Right? Yeah. So I do slander him myself, Browns is the thing, but he's not a bad quarterback. And because they lose games especially in this fashion.
They
like
want to pin it on him like he's
exactly.
I don't like. I've been watching the Browns for the entire 25 years I've been on this earth. We have not had.
You're not 25. You wasn't watching as a fucking baby.
My nigga, there's a picture of me as an infant.
No, nigga, you remember what game was you watching on?
I mean,
what game? No, you go 96.
I know
what game was on 97.
I know what game it was.
No, because I don't remember from the baby. I know from the picture. Baby.
What I'm saying is, I'm in that motherfucker. There's a picture of me as an infant
you don't have
being
memories
held.
as a baby. You don't remember what you've seen. What the fuck?
I have been watching Browns games. Why is this man so?
let me. One of the biggest highlights in that video was like, what's before Baker?
That's what I'm
saying. Better, like
nigga.
This has been our best quarterback since Tim Couch.
And so you guys have to understand.
It's a long time ago.
No Jarvis.
No Jarvis.
The highlight of
no
like
left
Odell
tackle.
being a shell of himself was a big talking point. I don't think we talk about it enough.
No, finish up your point with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is not an elite quarterback, but he's not a shitty quarterback. He's very good.
You can win a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield as your quarterback.
Exactly.
It is certainly something that's doable.
If the Ravens can win with Trent Dilfer, we can definitely win with fucking Baker Mayfield.
We have a team that is good enough to do it. It comes down to not making those mistakes. Like I said, we just pointed out 14 entire points. Now, granted, we had the ball. We had the ball with a chance to win it, and we did not convert those things. And those things do fall upon Baker Mayfield. However, you cannot look at that game in its entirety. Baker Mayfield is not out there covering Mike Williams.
See, I agree, right? But that during that last like 2 minutes of the game, there was a play. And I think Cleveland got it so wrong. And I think it wasn't a sweep.
Draw play?
It was a draw, not a draw. What's that play when you like have the line move and then you throw it to the running back? Screen. I can't remember that. They threw a screen and no one saw it coming. And it was like, what the fuck were you doing?
To be fair,
you got like 25 off that.
But our screens typically break big, especially when it's Kareem out there. He usually takes those.
Shit, if it's Chubb out there, that nigga be finding the holes and be gone.
Yeah. But it was. I mean, look, it was Baker's best game statistically. Threw for 305, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I mean,
he was missing nine incompletions.
Yeah, it's a hell of a game. Like Dan Orlovsky said in that video that he is referring to. 42 points is winning you most NFL games.
It's winning you winning 11 games with that.
Yeah, you just have to. The defense has to clear it up. We have to stop getting to the point because in my opinion, our biggest problem is we get these leads and we go into a prevent defense where we are dropping safeties and just hoping that our corners can cover. And in a situation where you've got no Denzel Ward, who's your number one corner, no Greg Newsome, who's your number 2 corner, and you got Greedy Williams, who's a little bit banged up, and
Second
AJ.
Year, right? Second year,
third year. He was just hurt all last year.
What the fuck?
And so you got Greedy Williams out there who's a little bit banged up, and then you have AJ Green who is in his first start. You know, prior to this point, has very limited NFL snaps, and he's guarding Keenan Allen.
Yeah, he ain't guarding Keenan Allen, bro.
That's a tough ask for anybody. But the run game is still dynamic. Nick Chubb had 161 on the ground
run game
and a touchdown.
Bro, our run game is stupid, bro.
Kareem Hunt had 61 and 2 touchdowns.
You gotta be winning games with that run game.
It's the best run game, and where it's gonna come. It's
literally
in
the best in
handy for us.
NFL.
Yeah, it's number 1 in NFL, and it's gonna come by, and it's gonna help us later on in life. In the later on in the season. But
talking about when did I not pronounce you? Kareem Hunt.
Let's skim through the scores. Cardinals beat 49ers 17-10.
Pittsburgh get their second win of the season. Almost blew it.
They asked
why is he cutting me off on his itinerary shit again?
I'm sorry, man. I've been wanting to say that.
No. Fuck the Steelers, first of all. Whoa. Second of all,
bro, you've been passionate all day. I feel like this ain't even got to do with the whole show, man.
Say something. We got to cut the camera off.
No. Let's go back to our scores. Cowboys beat Giants. Banged up Giants, so it wasn't really good. That's
but even if that's healthy, you think they beating the Cowboys?
I mean,
the Cowboys playing right now?
It'll be a little competitive. I don't know.
I'll trust Dak Prescott over
Let's just be real. That Giants, fuck out of here.
Yeah. Cowboys beat Giants 44-20. Bears.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to the Raiders after. Go ahead.
You want to leave that last though?
Segue.
Nice transition.
Titans beat the Jaguars. They struggled a little bit in the half, but they got together.
I still believe Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. This is
still getting time.
That's another.
Give it time. I'll see.
We'll segue into that too later before we get into
Eagles beat Panthers barely by 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on in that game.
Which game?
The Eagles-Panthers game. I mean, Jalen Hurts looks like a great runner of the football.
He's missing the accuracy, man.
I want them to get one other like real receiver for him. Because they just traded away Zach Ertz. Obviously, they've been shopping him around for a while.
Like, why though? Like
contract, they don't pay him.
They don't want to pay that money.
they don't pay that money.
He's still on that Super Bowl contract.
Yeah, they're not trying to pay him, bro.
And they are not in a position to be paying niggas Super Bowl contracts.
Saints beat the football team 33-22. Patriots snuck a win against Houston Texans.
That was a close game for them.
Yeah. Patriots, they had to do a 10-point comeback in the fourth quarter.
The Lions lose another heartbreaker.
Yeah, Detroit Lions, man. Move cities, man. You good. You ain't need to be.
It's just field goals, bro. Like, how do you lose 3 weeks in a row by field goals, bro? Like,
the Ravens game, that was just miraculous,
bro.
Right?
There's no way when he lined up, they had to have been like, bro, all he got to do, if this is slightly off, we're good. 66? Come on, bro.
The following game.
Yeah.
Hey, man. But,
Packers got a nice win over the Bengals. Bengals look good.
After Mason Crosby missed 3 kicks.
He was probably
he made the one that mattered. That one in the game. But before that,
he survived another week in that.
Yeah, that's what's gonna keep him getting cut.
Yeah. Like I said, Steelers beat the Broncos.
Hold up. Didn't Joe Burrow get like a throat contusion? That was
he did. They took him to the local hospital. He couldn't talk for 2 days, but he is healthy.
I'm gonna hope so.
Falcons beat the Jets.
Falcons get a win? Damn.
They was out there in Wembley getting
How the
down.
fuck the Jets get a fucking London game, bro?
I think it was I don't know.
Nah, fuck them niggas, bro.
Nah, man, it was at Tottenham Stadium. Oh, wait, it was Wembley? The next game's going to be at Tottenham Stadium.
The one that's this week is at Tottenham Stadium. Also, just run thing for the Falcons. Kyle Pitts gets his first NFL touchdown, and Zach Wilson still sucks. So.
Okay, got me.
All right. The Raiders.
Okay.
Bears, first of all, Bears beat the Raiders 20-9. But fuck the score. Let's talk about the
John Gruden ain't got no job.
Okay, you know what's funny though? What's funny though about this whole thing?
What's that?
Is like all the guys who like slandered John Gruden prior look like, you know, people who saw this before it even came. You seen that Keyshawn Johnson interview?
Boy, he went off.
He said, you know what that translates? A big A.
He was like, I've been telling on this man, he a bad person. I was dying when he said that shit.
Bro.
A bad person, bro.
It's just not a good look. What I was, John Gruden did not leave a single minority group out of the running. He went at women.
He talk about the women. He talk about the
LGBTQ community, the black people, everybody.
Can we just talk about like who casually writes emails like this?
Who is being slanderous?
So this is what I was listening to on the Pat McAfee show. Shout out to Pat.
Shout out to Pat McAfee.
He was talking. He was like, "Why are these old people? That's how they talk. Like they just casually having this conversation on the fucking work emails." He was like, they treat this shit like text messages, phone calls. What the hell?
So for some context, for people who don't know about the situation, I don't know how you don't know, but I mean, my mom knew about this shit. So, but for those of you,
that was the greatest. Like, oh yeah, I heard.
Yeah, but for those of you who don't know, so the NFL is doing this internal investigation on the Washington football team because the owner is basically a piece of shit, treats his workers like shit, all that, right? And in that, they found these emails being exchanged. They found, first of all, they confiscated 650,000 emails. Like, do you realize how many? That's a lot of emails, bro.
I mean, you know,
it was 650.
No, 6,000.
No, it wasn't. It was 600. It was 650,000 emails that were taken.
Damn, both numbers are pretty large, but 650,000 emails. Damn.
I mean, granted, this is over a 10-year span,
Oh.
but that's still 65,000 emails a year, bro.
Didn't they fire Washington GM? Like,
no, the dude. So no, they had a thing with the owner, and the owner stepped down and just gave control of the team to his wife, and was like, "Yeah, we don't talk about it at home or nothing."
Yeah, you're right. It's just
yeah, right. So
over 500,000 emails.
That's what I'm saying. So all these emails get confiscated, and they find these 2 emails between a former GM of the Washington football team and John Gruden. So, and they're just going back and forth about all this stuff, and they were talking about the NFLPA president at the time, and that was the first email that came out, and basically what John Gruden said was that the man had lips like Michelin tires.
I'm gonna just preface, bro. Like this is just my opinion. That sounded like a dirty bar, bro. That like if you said that on the lunch table, you know that was a bar. You was roast.
You going crazy with that one. He tried to defend it by saying he calls people who are liars rubber lips.
What?
Yeah, that was his defense of it.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit funny as hell.
And then tried to say,
it's not
I'm
funny
not
because
gonna
it's a serious thing, but like
he did also start to throw around a lot of what he was calling. He said there's no place for women in football. He also said that there's no place for gays in football, referring to Michael Samms
and talking to Roger Goodell. Like, why are you pushing them to sign Michael Samms?
Craziest thing right now is that Carl Nassib, who has been a very productive defensive end for the Raiders and also and was a Pro Bowler as a Brown, is an openly bisexual football player. And all this is coming out now. So he was going crazy. Like I said, he did not leave any minority group unoffended.
Yo, the memes for that was hilarious.
Going silly, right? And so so that's what was going on there. And all these were emails, and these are emails between, because everyone's like, oh, it's a 10-year-old email. First of all, John Gruden was in his 50s 10 years ago. Relax. That man was an adult. He was not a child. This is not a teenager saying some wild shit on Twitter and people going back looking it up and being like, look what he did. Cancel him. That ain't this. This is a grown ass man sending like, you realize how strong you got to feel about some shit like that to email it.
That's how. This is what's confusing to me.
Talk to me.
This whole email situation is so fucking casual between these owners and coaches. It's just like ridiculous how they can just talk like this. Also, the initial investigation is against the Washington football team.
It's about Brian Allen and what he was, or not Brian. It's about what Dan Snyder's been doing with his team.
Yeah, but it was about the Washington team that happened 10 years ago. First of all, John Gruden wasn't even in the fucking league. He was on the ESPN broadcast team. Mm-hmm, yeah. And also, he didn't even play or coach for the fucking Washington team. So my thing is, how did John Gruden somehow just slither up to the top of the headlines?
Sacrificial lamb, bro.
Against the investigation that he wasn't no part of the team. He wasn't part of this team at all in his career. Mm-hmm. He was on the, not the Raiders, but he was on the Buccaneers. He was on the ESPN.
Dang.
And the fact that he got caught is ridiculous to me because he's talked to someone else. Who's the person he's talking to? What's their emails looking like? What is the group chat looking like? So why is it only he the one that gets punished?
Oh, there's more that's gonna come out. Y'all know how these leaks work.
I understand,
there's these one thing that come out, and these things always have to come out, and then there's gonna be something that drops, bro.
It just makes no sense. I was listening to Skip and Shannon.
Fact, me too. I was listening to that too.
And what it sounds like, how did only he get caught, and how it's only like out of all these people that's involved in the investigation initially for the Washington team,
how did the only person get fired? Don't work for them.
Didn't work for the league at the time.
Didn't work for the league and don't, and because I want to be very clear, like it's not to excuse anything that was said of
it's
John
very
Gruden.
wrong. It's very wrong.
But for them to be doing an investigation on the Washington football team and a man who wasn't working for the NFL at the time and even current, who's never worked for the Washington football team at all, is the one who gets fired.
They took him out the Ring of Honor for Tampa Bay for that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ramifications that are coming from it.
I don't understand.
And I mean, to be fair, before all this went, because this went out to Time Magazine and all that stuff, because they tried to give Mark Davis.
Went to the big people.
They tried to give Mark Davis a chance to fire him before, and then he was kind of kicking the can, and they was like, "All right, nigga, bet."
Went to the Time, the Athletic, but when the Athletic gets you, bro, you know you fucked.
So he is. So John Gruden no longer has a job in the NFL.
He'll never ever have a job in the NFL. I think his whole coaching career or anything to do with football is done.
He had retirement at this point.
He might as well save all his pennies up that he got from. Actually, he won't get no more pennies because he resigned. He didn't get fired.
He resigned. Talk about I ain't never meant to hurt nobody. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I don't.
What?
No, you meant to.
You went at Michael Samms.
No, you never meant to get. No, he never meant to get caught. Yeah. No, that's the way he meant. He's what he meant to say. Never meant to get caught. Whoever he was talking to, they should get either fined.
Put everybody on getting everybody.
But real talk though, this is such a downfall for the Raiders who just opened up a new stadium.
Yeah, that's tough.
Won their first game, looking
good
bright,
early,
3-0, and
now.
So them breadcrumbs start to spill out, man. I mean, and now the team on a losing streak. Bruh.
It ain't looking good. I mean, Derek Carr had a case to be an MVP candidate early on.
I shut that down. I'm glad I did. Fucking bum. But yeah, man. Like, is this like it for the Raiders this season? Can they come back? Oh,
no.
That's a very strong opinion, man.
No, remember, you said it earlier this season, bro. The Raiders are a first half team. After that, they're just lottery team.
But now they're first 3-game team.
Yeah.
It's just not a good look. And we know, if anything else, the league like this, a big league, the NFL, the NBA, all these teams, they're about protecting the image. So
no,
if anything,
everyone involved in that scheme, whoever it was, John Gruden was talking to, they gotta get got.
Get him up out of there.
Yeah, no, yeah. Same thing with Donald Sterling. Yeah, if y'all got Donald Sterling out and John Gruden out, get them those niggas out too. The owners,
it ain't just them. Niggas ain't talking this freely if they don't think they can.
Donald Sterling was like,
I mean, he said, I don't want my wife sitting next to them black players.
Yeah, like it
don't matter. Get all the niggas out.
And he said that vocally, like
that's true. They got that recording to him. John,
you know what I'm saying? Like emails could be like, I mean, he admitted to it. I ain't saying like, but they got Sterling.
Legally, Donald Sterling was just being racist to black.
They made
John Gruden said, I'm getting everybody.
Bro,
that nigga said, women, gays, get them out. The blacks. Michelin tire lip ass nigga.
At the lunch table, man. That would be a hard.
If someone said that shit to me, bro, I'm hurt for the rest of the day, bro.
I mean, the way I just said it, like if it came off like that at lunch, I'm like, man.
I'm talking about I ain't hungry. Fuck this, man. I ain't.
Sit your Michelin lip ass nigga.
I'm gonna just start eating my fruit cup, nigga. Sad.
No, that's tears right there, bro.
It's the dude that don't even throw the bar. He's just like, I can't eat in peace.
All right, guys. Man. We're going to hit a commercial break real quick. We'll be right back after these messages.
Are you looking for some way to edit your graphic content? Are you trying to plug in your logos? Well, look no further. Aaron.
This episode of the Running Back Podcast is being brought to you by Videos. Let me tell you a little something about videos.
Talk to me, man.
Man, so like E said, if you are struggling to get your content out there, you're looking to get stuff promoted, having some trouble getting logos to fly all through, look no further than the Videos website and mobile app.
They got a mobile app? Come on, talk to me.
Both of them.
I'm excited.
Whether you're doing it on the computer or you're doing it on your phone, they got something for you. We're talking about a fully automated system where you can have your logo coming in your own custom video in just 4 clicks.
4 clicks.
Hey man, that's fast.
I mean, you edit our videos, 4 clicks. That's quick.
You said usually take like 10 clicks, and the 4 clicks is kind of quick.
And and maybe I get what people are thinking. Hey, I run a very specific business. I don't know if Videos has what I'm looking for. Well, Videos has 170 different templates for businesses, individuals, marketers, and people just like us, podcasts.
Over 170 templates?
170.
It's a lot, man.
Best part, no resizing of your videos needed. So the video that you upload, you don't got to shrink it down. You don't have to fit it to screen. The perfect size that you upload is what you get.
That's a good feature because sometimes it's convenient to change the size of a video.
And it can mess with the quality of all of that. It is tough. Now I get all that. All these features, you know what I mean? All these features going on. All these templates. Be
expensive, man.
First of all, let me tell you something. Videos has 2 packages for you.
2?
You got choices. And in both of these packages, one thing that I really want to get out there is that you get 25 gigabytes of free. Free.
Wow.
Free cloud storage because Videos is 100% cloud based.
Oh, wow. So 25 free gigabytes?
So you get on your computer.
That's a lot of gigabytes, man.
Yeah, you get on your computer, you get to work, you're typing away, you start going. None of that stuff's gonna take up any space in your computer. It's all up in the cloud, man.
In the cloud, bro.
All up in the cloud. And those come in both packages. There is one that is being brought to you at a simple price of just $78. It is a one-time $78 fee, and you have the access to Videos.
I like one-time fees.
Bro.
I like one-time fees.
Yeah, listen, we all got enough subscriptions in our lives. You don't need another one. Now they have a premium.
Talk to me about the premium.
Where you're jumping up to 150 free gigabytes of cloud storage. Access to a team that will help you in your editing.
I got a team?
You got a team.
Oh man.
And their guarantee is your team is at least 3 videos professionals.
3 professionals?
At least.
I got a trio of people.
You got 3 other people trying to push your best product out there.
I like that.
That's the big 3 right there.
Big 3, and that sounds a lot, but that's coming to you at a low price of just $109.99. So $110, man, to get a team of people checking on everything you do.
Damn, that's a steal.
All that storage space, it's crazy. So please join the Running Back Podcast and the over 150,000 other businesses in using videos today.
Thank you. Let's go back to the show.
And welcome back to the show. That was great. That football talk was phenomenal.
It was.
I know.
That was great.
Shout out Lamar. We love you here at Running Back.
Fuck John Gruden.
Yeah, basically. We love you, Lamar. We
And
hate
whoever
you,
he was
John
talking
Gruden.
to, fuck them too.
Bruce Allen.
Fuck whoever. It was 60. What did you say? 650,000. Fuck whoever's in that little chain
The
right there.
recipient of all 650,000 of those emails.
Like who?
The crazy thing is that nigga was sending it from his private email to the NFL official email that the NFL tracks and has a record of. Like, are you fucking dumb? Obviously. But we are going to transition our way into the NBA.
We're playing basketball. We're playing basketball.
Bro, I already know you weren't singing on Guitar Hero. You weren't the microphone.
I was definitely the drums. Shit.
So, the NBA season has looked good. The preseason is wrapped up. The Lakers are winless in the preseason, but it is only preseason.
That's a tell a sign, though. I'll tell you that for sure.
There's been a lot of interesting takeaways and some things like that, but the main things that I have come of it are, what does all these new things mean for the upcoming NBA season? Also, we're going to cover some news and stuff at the end, because I'm sure you guys have been seeing the same stuff we've been seeing, but we will get to that at the end. Most importantly, our predictions for layout, playoff seeding, everything like that, and then we'll get into some awards. So, Ali, take us into it, man.
You want to do predictions first, or you want to do?
Let's do predictions first.
Okay, let's start predictions.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously, Adam Silver is bringing back the play-in tournament because it got great ratings.
It was
AKA
great.
because of Steph Curry and the Warriors. But nevertheless, they are bringing it back so another 10 teams can potentially make the playoffs. So what we're gonna do is predict the top 10 teams of the East and top 10 teams of the West.
In order or
Try your best.
Yeah. We'll start from 10, work out. Well,
No, let's go. Who's gonna make the playoffs?
yeah, let's do that.
And then if you want to order it the best way you can, go ahead. If
We'll
not,
go. We'll go. Who's making the playoffs, and we'll shuffle it around from there. All right, say that.
For me, Bucks. I think they're number 1 again.
agreed.
Bucks definitely in the playoffs for sure.
They in the playoffs. Number 1.
I mean,
you know what? Yes, their
you
game,
just remember Kyrie not gonna be there.
Yeah, Kyrie ain't gonna be there. Plus,
Ben
I
Simmons.
believe their game translates the best through the regular season.
Exactly.
I think it is the easiest for them to play their best type of basketball, if that makes sense. You know, like the best version of Milwaukee, right? Like them at their top. I think they can do that the most consistently.
So, are we assuming Ben Simmons is gonna stay in at least for this?
I am basing my assumption off of them no Ben Simmons.
Is that still a playoff team?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
it's a lower.
I'll say they're like number 6.
But in no particular order.
Oh yeah. I'll just write down who's gonna make the playoffs. Obviously the Nets.
Nets are gonna make it.
The Hawks.
Yeah.
Hawks.
The Heat.
The Heat.
Bulls are making it.
Yes.
I think people sleep on the Bulls.
I still do, but just
I really think. I know we're not putting it in order. I
Yeah.
think the Bulls have a chance to get a 4th seed in the East.
Yeah. I like
is that their peak?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They.
I don't think they can. The top 3 for me would be Bucks, Nets, and
Sixers. Pretty huge.
Nah.
Oh, don't forget
it
the Knicks.
depends if Ben Simmons is there or not.
Don't forget the Knicks. Making playoffs.
You think they're gonna do it twice? Yeah, they got Kemba Walker. They gonna make it.
Like,
Julius Randle had a game winner today
Derrick
too.
Rose just got engaged. I mean, what's more?
That's the only way they
You know
got.
what? You're right. Derrick Rose got engaged. They bring him back now. So everybody, you know what it is for Knicks? Everyone's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very
Well, don't
important
count on
fact.
Kemba Walker to be healthy all season.
Don't count. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
But
the top
another-
6 teams right here, right?
Another year of RJ Barrett getting better as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think when he came back from his injury, he took some strides in getting forward. His ability to play make, I think was something that we didn't see a ton of at Duke.
Well, I mean, you kind of knew he was going to be a good playmaker because he was just, same sort of mode, same sort of like.
I mean, that's true. We are playing they are playing a very similar style of basketball. He's. I mean, you got it's him usually making the decisions. Mm-hmm. Their best player, Julius Randle, plays a Zion Williamson type of game.
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah, and anytime you can put a guy and you can re-emulate what he did in college, yeah, it's going to be good. What do we think about the Celtics?
They're going to be back in play-in.
They're going to be in playing game.
Yeah, because they don't have a bench.
They don't. They have a horrible bench.
They don't have a point guard. I mean, Dennis Schroeder can play, but...
And a rookie head coach.
Yes.
But he's married to Nia Long.
And that's a playoff team in the making. So,
but I mean, outside of JT and Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart's biggest, his value is not in scoring. Robert Williams is Robert Williams is only good for about 15 points. He really brings it more so on the defensive end and just creating extra positions.
They brought back
Al Horford.
Yeah, I almost forgot it. I should have forgotten.
That's trash. Also, you Celtics fans who think Peyton Pritchard is the savior, stop. It's preseason. It was summer league and preseason. Stop.
This is fun.
And a pro-am game, he's not going to put up anything close to these 50-point and 92-point games. Stop.
How many teams we got so far?
Yeah, I mean,
so I put Pacers in top 6. You said everyone else in Knicks. I put Knicks in top 6.
Pacers is a sleeper.
Yeah, I put Pacers into my top 6.
But do we have top 10 though? Do we have 10 teams?
Is Karis LeVert going to stay healthy
so right now we all got Celtics in our playing game, right?
Yeah, I got them in playing.
Okay, but who's the top 6 though?
Dude, I like the Pacers.
My top six is Bucks, Nets, Hawks, Heat, Bulls, Pacers.
My top 6.
I actually like that.
Say it one more time.
Bucks. I'm not in order, but Bucks, Hawks, Heat, Bulls, Nets, Pacers. Not in any particular order. I just put the top 6.
I would say
I like those 6 teams.
Okay. I'm looking at Bucks, Nets, Hawks, Heat.
You said Bucks, Nets.
Yeah, Bucks, Nets, Hawks, Heat, Bulls, and Knicks. That's top 6. Thing. Yeah.
No, we said Pacers. He
got Pacers. I don't got the Pacers.
I said
top
Knicks
16.
too, though.
So you want Knicks or Pacers?
You know what?
Yeah, who's safe?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Knicks.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But the next 4 teams, Charlotte is one.
Yeah, I put Charlotte in there.
See, Raptors ain't doing it.
Fuck no.
And Orlando.
As a play-in? Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Are we not entertained?
Okay. We taking a little bit of a step out on the limb, huh? Is it Cole Anthony you believe in? Do you think the return of... Now, what I will say to give some light to your point, they really had something figured out there before Markelle Fultz got hurt. Him and Cole Anthony played very well off of each other. Like, that was a great little duo they had going on during that, and I'm not sure. I think that'll be a good thing. Now they do have Jalen Suggs now. What'd you think about Jalen Suggs?
Jalen Suggs? Wow. Jalen Suggs is a dog. I think it was a phenomenal pick. But they got like hella guards in their team.
They got mad guards.
So
on that
I don't know who played the 3 on that team.
And they also got RJ Hampton, who I'm assuming they're probably going to move on from. But I mean, Jonathan Isaac's a great defender for them, big body guy. I assume Mo Bamba's going to take a step up this year. And then you got Franz Wagner.
Oh yeah,
who I'm the rookie out of Michigan. I'm a big fan of him.
So you said Magic.
That's a step out on the limb. I don't think they'll make it, but like I would not be. I guess if they made
so we all got Celtics and Hornets, right?
Yeah.
So you said Magic. So who's your number 9, Aaron? 9 and 10.
So these are my barely making it, barely scratching. So I think barely scratching.
Wait, y'all got the Pacers on yours?
You're right.
I don't. I will add the
Pacers are my 10th.
Pacers will make it 9.
No particular order though.
Yeah, no, just bottom 4. Yeah.
Yeah, Pacers will be somewhere in that bottom 4, and I think the Hornets will be good enough to make that bottom 4 as well.
So what's your last team? You got Celtics, Hornets, and Pacers.
Definitely not the Pistons.
I got Knicks in that bottom 4 for me.
You crazy.
Whoa.
You crazy.
Yeah, because
bottom 4?
Yeah, because I have Bucks, Hawks, Heat, Bulls.
Adding Kemba Walker, you got them in the
I got
bottom
Bucks, Hawks, Heat, Bulls, Nets, and Pacers.
I give him the benefit.
You
of that
out
'cause
your
he's
mind about the
injury
Pacers,
prone,
bro.
Injury prone.
You think Karis LeVert is staying healthy all year?
No.
I don't care about when Karis LeVert is his ass.
You don't care about Karis LeVert?
No.
You retract it.
Listen. They will still make the top 6.
You believe that much in Sabonis?
I believe that much in Brogdon too.
You out your mind.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
Top 6.
Is Miles Turner still there?
Yeah.
Oh, he's irrelevant right now.
Just stop. No, he's not. Miles Turner is one of the only 3-and-D true 3-and-D centers in the league that has a good decent.
That man injury prone too.
That has a decent to good 3-point percentage and will give you 2 blocks. We talking about a guy who'll give you 2 blocks a game and hit an outside shot. That's Serge Ibaka in Toronto type of territory.
Miles Turner, irrelevant.
This guy, bro.
Hey, listen, man.
And I didn't particularly like they draft. They picked up Chris Duarte, the oldest out of Oregon, the oldest rookie in this draft.
Oh,
he is a shooter, but like he can't create for himself. And I don't believe that much of T.J. Warren. After Jimmy Butler humbled him like that, man.
Miles Turner,
Irrelevant,
bro.
All right, and then who's your last one, Aaron?
You know what? I'm gonna step on them and say the Cavs.
Shut your dumb ass up.
I don't care. I'm going with it.
I saw some Taco Fall highlights.
Shut the fuck up. You know what? The Cavs just beat the Pacers, nigga.
My final pick will be the Wizards.
Crazy.
Nigga, you said the Cavs. Shut your ass up.
You got the Pacers in the top 6.
Shut your ass up.
You said the Cavs.
I love my city, but damn, hell no.
Yo, that's rich. Ah, man. You said the
All
Cavs.
right, moving on to the fucking West.
Come on, boy.
Now he upset.
They making the 10. They grabbing 10.
All right, so we all have Lakers, Clippers,
Facts.
Nuggets, Suns, Jazz. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. Let me write that down.
And the Suns. We said Suns, right?
Yeah, he said Suns.
Oh, you can pull up the West.
Yeah, I got you.
Suns.
Don't need that. I just need.
You said the Mavs too?
No, I said
No.
Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Nuggets, and Jazz. That's what top 5 I said right there. So y'all can agree on that one, right?
Yeah.
We agree.
Hold on, let me write this down before. All right. Now, 6.
Okay, so this is the last safe team.
Yeah, last same team.
The Mavs.
Ooh.
You said Mavs?
Yeah.
I'm saying
Okay, I'm writing you down. Is that you sure?
Luka Magic, bro.
Luka and company. That's it.
Luka and
pretty
Company.
much.
He believe in
And
Luka
it's
and
the Dallas
Company.
Lucas. That's what it's called.
No, man, it's called.
Okay, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell him who gonna grab number 6, and he gonna feel stupid. You ready for this? It's gonna be Golden State. Dumbass.
I'm only disagreeing just because Klay Thompson
Klay
comes
Thompson's
back in
only out-
January.
He's not gonna be that long.
No,
They
he's back in
said
December.
January.
He's gonna be back in December, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
They practice in December.
I agree with
They're gonna
Aaron.
play in January.
And with Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, crazy.
Yeah, I got Warriors.
They probably, if I was putting it in order, I would say the Warriors got a chance to probably be like number 4 here, because I don't think Denver is gonna be a top 3 team. I don't think Phoenix is gonna be at the same point that
Did
they
you
were
say
last year.
Lakers and Clippers?
I said
I'm
Lakers.
taking Lakers out of that top. Were they top last year?
You're saying to
But
me
we
right
talking
now.
about missing AD for 18 games. We talking about missing LeBron, or no, 28 games for AD, 18 games for LeBron.
I'm only putting it
The
out.
man had to come back from his injury early so that they didn't miss
Before
out
I
on
write this
this.
down, let me make sure you just said what you just said.
He taking
the Lakers.
out.
Lakers are in the play-in right now.
He said
for
they
you.
won't be a top. This man said the Lakers won't be a top 6 team.
So you're telling me right now, Lakers go back in the play-in.
Just added Russell Westbrook.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
You write it down in pen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Before I
So
write
you
this-
think the Lakers, LeBron James, AD that's playing the 5, Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench, Rondo keeping it all together for him, Wayne Ellington with his shooting, Trevor Ariza with his shooting,
Trevor Ariza is out for like half the season.
Kendrick Nunn.
He has surgery, so he's out for like half the season.
So fuck him. Kendrick Nunn
So
and Malik Monk.
Your top 5 is the same as mine, right? Lakers, Clips, Suns, Nuggets, Jazz.
Yeah.
In not any order, but okay. So who's your other So who's your sixth team then?
I'm gonna take Golden State. That was actually a good
Okay.
taking out the Lakers. Golden State.
All right, now this is where it's gonna get. This is
Before you
where
go,
it's gonna get choppy.
AD's never healthy fully. Jason Kidd has left the coaching staff.
So what? Nigga, is LeBron James still there? All right, then.
Did that matter when he?
He was hurt. He was hurt.
He wasn't healthy. You saw.
So when I bring out that Anthony Davis doesn't play a full season, that's irrelevant.
I said LeBron.
I didn't say it was irrelevant. I said, is LeBron still there?
And he's fragiling up a little sooner than we thought.
And they have a deeper team. They are probably going to be able to run out more. Have you been watching? You seen that little nigga Austin Reeves? They knew Kyle Kuzma. That nigga nice, bro.
So who did you say for number 7? Or
no, I didn't say yeah. Okay. So 7.
I got Mavericks for number.
Well, I said Lakers home.
Yeah, we already know your dumb asses.
Yeah, that's your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Number 7 is going to be Dallas.
Yeah, so we both got Mavs.
That's gonna be Luka and company.
They're gonna miss out because they got no fucking help.
No help, new coaching, not a great situation for them.
I mean, that could surprise everyone, but yeah.
I don't think they will.
Next on our list, who got number 8? And not in the order, but we just going down the list. I got Blazers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too, Blazers. Ooh, do they keep Damian and CJ though?
CJ
for the season, yes.
CJ's name is getting tossed around a lot more than Dame's is, just because they.
So we'll revisit this after trade deadline then.
Facts.
Okay, so Blazers, all of us. Mm-hmm. Okay, who's next then?
I've got Houston in it.
The Rockets?
I've got the Rockets.
Wow. I'm not.
He loves John Wall.
Listen,
shut the hell up.
I'm not hating your pick, but it is a surprise.
I'll defend my pick of just a little bit.
Orlando Magic of the East.
Yeah. Let me just defend my pick a little bit. Because we're gonna get to awards later, but we know what Kevin Porter Jr. can be. We've seen flashes of Jalen Green. Jalen Green was a professional prior to the year starting. He's also playing with Josh Christopher, who he's been playing with since he was a teenager. Mm-hmm. Cannot ignore that. They have what is the dude from Australia that put up the most triple doubles in their league?
Josh Giddey?
No. Josh Giddey's in the Thunder.
But that's my pick.
But the other guy,
he was Australian. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man, could you put me in for I said Josh Giddey.
Could you put me in for Josh Giddey? Mark me down for Josh Giddey. Sengun.
Oh yeah.
Sengun. They also have Usman Garuba, who played for Real Madrid last year. Absolute stud of a power forward. We all like Kenyon Martin Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They got your boy DJ Augustine, and Christian Wood is coming back for a healthy season. That's a deep team. That's a team that's playing 12, 13 deep. Now, granted, and now hear me out. Their ceiling will be like a 2015 Atlanta Hawks, where they were just like beating these teams with no star player. It could be something in that ballpark, but realistically, they'll probably be in the 9th seed in the play-in.
Could you put me down for the Thunder, please?
For making
the play-in.
Okay, hold on. Defend your stuff real quick.
Go for it. Because how many teams do I have down?
I'm talking to you. Thunder. Why is Thunder in play?
Talk to him. Simply because of Josh
team,
Giddey?
Yes.
So what?
Team's really youthful. Players like Shea Alexander starting to mature a lot even more.
He's great.
Lou Dort.
Hey, we are a Lou Dort positive show over here. We saw it when you were in Houston, and we see it now in OKC. Lou Dort is that guy. You need somebody to knock a 3 and then go to the other end and say, that nigga, he ain't scoring. Mm-hmm. That's Lou Dort.
A true 3-and-D player.
He don't do it for the fame, the attention, none of that, bro. He perfectly fine just letting Shea do what he do. And if Shea finds him, hey, I'm going to be right. I'm going to knock this down for you. 40% of the time, because that's the type of clip we talking about for Lou Dort from behind the arc.
My question for you, E, is who's their veterans to get? Remember, when Chris Paul was there, that's how they got it got hot, because they got that leadership.
Do you think Shea took enough for that?
Not only it was a leadership, he was still a good player, and he still helped that team offensively and defensively. So who's their veteran that's going to help them, guide them through? I'm not saying he has to be like Chris Paul, but who's their veteran?
I'm going to go with Shea. He's what,
Derek
year
Favors
4, year 5?
Derek Favors is the oldest dude on this team.
Derek
the oldest dude who's actually playing.
On the Thunder?
Yeah.
Is Shea year 4, year 5?
4. I won't say 4. I want to say 4.
I think he's in that 2017.
So I think he's starting to take that level of maturity, one of the leaders on the team right now.
Absolutely. He's the best player on the team for sure.
And this is his 3rd season.
With Josh Giddey, I see something
Yeah,
right
I
in
know
there.
you're high on Josh Giddey.
You are
bro.
high on Josh Giddey.
I am high on Josh Giddey.
Is it because, does it have anything to do with the fact with your love of soccer and Josh Giddey is the first high example we've seen of an NBA academy?
That, and man, like he brings that level of foreign maturity that we've seen in like a lot of the better foreign players that come in. Dude just reads the game in a slow, not in a slower pace, but he slows the game down.
You know what I'll say? What I think, even if Josh Giddey doesn't turn into a star, right? I think his floor is very high. Like, I think Josh Giddey at his worst is going to be at like 11 to 13-ish point per game scorer. Fairly decent rebounder.
As long as he don't have a MCW career, he'll be all right.
We get up to a high start. And that's it.
Yeah,
I think he could be a 15-9 guy in a rookie
I think
year.
that's realistic. Yeah,
That's like,
he gonna get the playing. He's in a great situation for the playing time.
My thing is they got a lot of guards too, so I don't know who's gonna play. If they're gonna play a lot.
well,
small
he's pretty
ball.
big.
I mean,
and
yeah,
he could
he's
push
6'6".
small.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
could
That's
push
true.
small.
I mean, Shea's good, big too. He's 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, he's
So-
6'6". Josh Giddey's 6'8", 205. So he could.
So if they are fine with playing a small ball type of play of lineup, because they're all guards.
And I'm a big fan of Theo Maladon.
And I mean, if they could make a trade for like Draymond Green, I think that might solidify him.
Hey man, you heard what I said Kuminga's gonna make Draymond Green expendable.
So this could be it.
This
But
could be the move.
what's
man.
your
guy?
Grizzlies.
Thank
That's
you,
a tough
John
one to
Moran,
go against, man. But yeah,
Oh, listen, they got
Talk to me.
They made a play in last year, right?
They did
John
indeed.
Morant is a phenomenal player. He can play in the
They
clutch.
did hang with the Warriors.
Yep. They got two good trades. Well, I'll say one. They got Steven Adams. He's a very
That's a
Steven
dub.
Adams is a solid
That's a dub.
NBA center. You can always rely on him. Get you 12 and 10. He's a good play, really good defense. Solid
but
player.
they gave up a lot of points.
They gave up Jonas Valanciunas.
They gave up points.
They gave up 20 guy.
Jonas is a 20. Yeah,
He's 20 guy.
Yeah.
But listen, Steven Adams defensively is better than Jonas. So
I don't know, man. I don't know because
Nah, he is. Defensively,
those
he is.
points come up when you're trying to get Ja in the game.
That's facts. I do now. I have been very critical of players who are defensive heavy and lack the offensive skill. When Ja does have to rest, the ability, what they were able to do when they sat him down and they brought in whoever their backup point guard was at the time, and now they got DeAnthony Melton that's going to be running the backup guard, I suppose.
it's him and Tyus Jones.
But I mean, to be fair, also we did see an emergence of Dylan Brooks last year too, so I don't think that's something we can ignore.
So to continue my thing,
Yeah.
so to combat your point, Jaren Jackson Jr. is coming back. So what they miss in Jonas offensively,
Triple
they got
J is
Jaren
that
Jackson, who
guy.
it's kind of like a 3-level scorer for
Facts.
a 4.
His mid range is disgusting.
Yeah, so Dylan Brooks had a great year last year. Kyle Anderson's back. Also, the
He's
two
so
young guys
slow,
I got.
but he's so good.
Yeah, the two young guys you should watch out for is Desmond Bane and Brandon Clark. I think they're gonna have a phenomenal year this year with the Grizzlies if they're healthy.
How you feel about Zaire Williams?
Ooh. Wait.
He's high, but I gotta wait and see. I don't know yet. We gotta wait and see.
I want to talk about the Clippers real quick.
Let's go for it.
Kawhi, there's still no timetable.
They're
That's
saying
true.
best case scenario, end of the year.
Are they?
Because he did get that surgery late. Yep.
Potentially out all season. If
So-
there's no Kawhi,
Are
I
they
don't-
like the top 16? Are they?
Well, for me, I still think I think they sneak in. I think they're gonna sneak.
I think they're really good. They're really good regular season team.
Yeah, because Paul George, if he stays on the same path he had last year, in the last 2 years, I say, I think he still have enough juice to get to.
They got rid of some guys though. Some really key figures, especially locker room presence.
Facts.
You know what?
But you know what? I am rooting for Jason Preston, man, the kid out of Ohio, to walk on, man.
Hey, do me a favor. Take the Clippers out and put the Blazers in there for me.
They do have Eric Bledsoe
I'm in
now.
Penn, dog. Come on,
Eric
man.
Bledsoe
My
has
bad,
made
my
his
bad.
return to the Clips,
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
and they got Brandon Boston, who's most
And
famous for
Justice Winslow.
They do have Justice
Fuck
Winslow,
out of here.
former Heat.
I'm sarcastic as fuck.
But
at this.
Terrence, I mean, it's very interesting to see what they're going to do with Terrence Mann. They're going to have a healthy Serge Ibaka.
What does that mean nowadays?
They do got Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe is interesting.
I don't know if I trust.
The only people they really big left, there was Rondo, but Rondo didn't work well with them, and then they lost Beverly.
Rondo's like cottage cheese. He's an acquired taste.
The fuck?
Yeah.
He got this thing cottage cheese.
What, nigga?
You gotta like cottage cheese for it to work for you. You know what I'm saying?
What?
No.
First is white academia nuts,
And then cottage. He just called
what?
He just called a Hall of Fame point guard that he thinks is better than Russell Westbrook, which fair. He called that nigga cottage cheese.
Bro, he definitely at least ranch for some. Like,
I just think
no.
I just think
I'm calling him an acquired taste because he's not gonna work with everybody.
I don't think he's an acquired. I just think Rondo has to be in a situation where he feels like the other people on the other team or on his team are trying to accomplish the same goal or have a basketball IQ similar to his.
See, I'm gonna say this. I think
Rondo
hasn't worked out more times than he has worked out, and when it works out, it's great.
New Orleans, Boston,
and
Lakers.
Yeah, and Lakers, yeah.
Bulls, Sacramento.
I forgot he played for the fucking Bulls, dude. Oh my god,
that was a wild
Mavericks.
His time with the Mavericks wasn't terrible.
It was really bad.
No, it wasn't.
It was not bad.
No, was it? Because he got traded mid-season with the Boston.
Yeah,
and then
the Sacramento
was awful. Bulls was awful because I didn't remember that.
And they were running a big three with that time. Though.
They were running around. Do we have one more team to throw down for?
Yeah, each of us has one more team. So right now, our top 9 teams for me: Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Nuggets.
I think me and you going for the same team in the last one.
You think so?
Jazz, Warriors, Mavericks, Blazers. Let's go to the last team. Let's go.
New Orleans,
man.
That's what I was thinking. Same thing.
Yeah.
Listen, for New Orleans, they were just missing experience last year.
Factual.
And that's, I think, with them missing and them getting another chance at it.
I will be open and say, I think them getting rid of Lonzo Ball, stupid as shit.
I think them, but they lost in Lonzo Ball. They still have a great offensive presence in Devontae Graham. I like Devontae Graham a lot.
You do still got Devontae Graham.
You lose the defense though because he's not two-way player.
Defense, and he doesn't have the passing IQ that Devontae Graham or that Lonzo Ball has.
Yes.
But I do believe they wanted to let Kyrie Lewis Jr. I believe they wanted to let him run a little bit more of the point. And so I think that was why they kind of found him to be a little bit more expendable.
That's tough. This is the tough part.
And they added Jonas Valanciunas, man.
Yeah, this is the tough part, right? So they let go of Plan A, Drew Holiday.
True.
Then Plan B and Lonzo, they didn't believe in.
Plan A was Lonzo Ball. Plan B was Eric Bledsoe.
So
Eric Bledsoe's like playing.
And I'm very high on Jackson Hayes, so I think
Jackson Hayes is gonna be a dog.
Mm-hmm.
The man's athletic is all good. He reminds me, his ceiling is gonna be like Clippers DeAndre Jordan. That's where I
didn't rate that guy high. Then I don't.
No, that's a terrible comparison.
Clippers DeAndre Jordan?
No, he's way more skilled than Clippers DeAndre Jordan.
He's got better footwork, but I mean in terms
he's
of
way more skilled than DeAndre Jordan.
He can't shoot. What is he?
Can DeAndre or
no? He can't. That's what I'm saying. What is he more skilled at other than footwork over DeAndre Jordan?
Jackson Hayes is like,
and he's faster.
Jackson Hayes.
I was like, what, peak Andre Drummond?
Yes,
He's not that type of rebounder.
Without the rebounding, yes.
Peak Andre Drummond without the rebound. All right, perfect.
Fucking DeAndre. Like
DeAndre Jordan wasn't that high of a score like Andre Drummond was.
DeAndre Jordan with Chris Paul was a 20-point per game scorer.
He had 10 dunks per game.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
What you mean it don't matter? He can't score.
Time out. We've discussed on this show that any big with Chris Paul is producing great numbers.
We have discussed that.
So don't even consider that a statistic line because Andre Drummond would probably do those same numbers.
What I'm saying is from a footwork stand, you are not feeding Jackson Hayes. And I watched this kid at Texas. While being at Texas,
coming from you and the slander you put on DeAndre Jordan, I don't want to hear centers from you, buddy.
Right, and when you was playing at Texas, him being at his best was being in the pick and roll because he can set a very hard screen and he is very quick.
You slander DeAndre Jordan. No, not DeAndre Ayton. So I'm not trying to hear
you talk about DeAndre Ayton. So you can't say shit about bigs right now, right?
Nigga, I was wrong about one big. You niggas said Anthony Edwards was better than Karl Anthony Towns last year.
You completely
We've all been wrong.
But you're wrong and our wrong are like...
You said Anthony Edwards last year was better than Karl Anthony Towns.
You didn't even rate DeAndre Ayton. See, the slander you put on DeAndre Ayton makes me know, like, you don't know.
Nigga, you wasn't, first of all, it's not like you niggas was going to bat for DeAndre Ayton. I just, no, you did not. No. I slandered DeAndre Ayton.
No, he definitely did say DeAndre Ayton.
You said that he could hang with AD. I simply said, that DeAndre Ayton would not be able to do anything with Anthony Davis in those playoffs. That is what I said. I said he is not.
If you're going to correct me, quote me correctly. I said that DeAndre Ayton would be a good center. No. Please let me finish. He would be a good center under Chris Paul because Chris Paul makes what? Bigs great.
But we never agreed with that point. I said DeAndre Ayton on Anthony Davis will not be a good matchup for the Phoenix Suns. I was wrong about it, but at the time, we didn't agree because we all said that one of the things Chris Paul does the best is making bigs good. That's how Blake Griffin got to was all NBA. That's how he became.
What happened to DeAndre Jordan?
That's how Blake Griffin got to all NBA. That's how DeAndre Jordan, not 20 points, was 13 points.
No. You said DeAndre Jordan was averaging 20 points.
He was averaging
20 points. We pulled up the stats.
He was averaging.
This man never even reached 15 points a game.
I pulled up the stats, not we. He was about 13 points. He was about 13 points, 70% from the field, and somewhere between
shots was on dunks. How many dunks he got per game? 8.
A lot. And he's somewhere. No, that would be 16 points. So probably not.
So probably 5 dunks per game and free throws.
But
I think his peak stat line is the same as Bismack Biyombo's.
Shut the fuck up.
Look up Biyombo's.
If it's accurate.
If Biyombo scored more than 15 points, you're just.
We gotta see it.
Right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did it say?
So his best season was 6 points. Shut your ass up.
No, nigga, 7 points. Chill out.
7.4. Shut your head. Nowhere close. Anyway.
So it's just like 2 threes from like tying like a good.
And so I see Jackson Hayes. His ability, like I said, his footwork is better. Therefore, he's going to be able to fight in the post a lot better. But you are not going to feed Jackson Hayes in the post. You're going to run him in the pick and roll and allow him to use his athleticism to break past slower guards or guards who aren't rolling as fast off the switch.
Also, I would like to say that the sleeper you guys are sleeping on this team is Nikhil Alexander-Walker, the cousin of SGA.
Facts.
Hey. He's gonna have a breakout year. As long as he
that is bold.
Does not, yes, he will. He's gonna.
I think it's gonna be Kyra Lewis over Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
You got the Rockets and he got that guy.
He got knocked, but people do believe in that kid.
No, Nikhil's gonna have a good year. I'm telling you.
And what? Okay,
he's gonna have a 14-point career average. For his second year in the league.
That's a bit it's a bit bold, but
14 points is bold.
For him, it is.
For what?
What does that mean? Don't say y'all, nigga. I didn't say 14 points was bold. I just, because he coming off a season where he dropped 11 last year. But I mean, you got Jonas on the team now. That's 20 points.
Mm-hmm. Man, he can get 14, bro. Mm-mm. He can't get 14 points a game.
I don't think it's impossible.
12. He'll get a couple 14-point games.
Oh my god. Hey, Nikhil, they don't like you, bro.
Why are you saying they? I just don't think he's going to be. I think it's going to be more Kyra Lewis Jr. because I believe he is probably going to be the primary decision maker for the New Orleans Pelicans.
He a third string right now.
They spent a first rounder on that nigga. You think they're going to let him ride on the bench?
Mm-hmm. He's going to play over Devontae Graham and Nikhil.
Devontae Graham is a 6-man at best. That man can't pass for shit.
Okay. We'll see.
Nigga, we've been seeing. Is Devontae Graham a passer? Is a good passer to basketball? Right. Does he have good court vision?
If he was,
If he was he was in a great situation. PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, you got niggas that you can lob it up to.
PJ Washington like he was.
You can lob it up to all of these guys. These are all hyper athletic forwards that can go get a ball just almost anywhere that you place it. Nigga, even Tyler Zeller was getting up for them.
Right.
Dang.
Yeah. And Bismack.
Oh, you me like I was against this man. You gotta yeah.
But we all can.
I think he'll be close though. Yeah. I think he'll be at I think he'll be a little better. I think we'll see similar point production, more efficient. I'll give you that.
Okay. So the teams that you guys might be wondering about the West and may not make it. Well, y'all don't have the Grizzlies in your shit.
I don't.
Yeah, that was more of a they let go of my man Jonas. So
okay.
I just think
those points are gonna come back.
Yeah, I mean, Jaren Jackson. Don't get me wrong. I'm very high on Jaren Jackson Jr. Mm-hmm. But part of what he's a two-way player, and I don't think he is one of those guys who can give you 25 plus on offense and then do as efficient what he does on defense. I don't think that he can do that.
You didn't even have Minnesota in there.
Shut the fuck
up. So the Spurs, everyone's like,
Cap.
No.
I
know Pop. I think
love him.
One of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coaches in the NBA, maybe in history.
What about Sacramento?
You nigga,
the Kings.
It's tough, and I'm just gonna make it for argument's sake. I just want to know why we don't.
Because De'Aaron got no help besides Tyrese. He got Tyrese, but
he do got Reese. Their three best players are guards.
Yeah. All right.
The three best players are guards, play a similar position. They still have a disgruntled Marvin Bagley in the locker room. Rashawn Holmes is great. We love him. Tristan Thompson. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, Davion Mitchell, I think is going to be really good for them. It's going to be hard for him to develop into his full potential simply because De'Aaron Fox. But it's just not going to work. But going back to the Spurs, look. Y'all drafted Josh Primo.
Wait, where did Davion Mitchell? Is that his name? Where did he go?
Who?
Baylor?
He went Baylor, yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see what's gonna happen with the West.
Yes,
that's our predictions.
Know what I'm talking.
So to reiterate our top 10.
Yeah, let's read them.
That play in the playoffs. In the East, we all have. Just
read it down.
Yeah, Bucks for me. Bucks, Hawks, Heat, Bulls, Nets, Pacers, Celtics, Hornets,
team ass.
Knicks, Wizards. Aaron, Bucks, Nets, Hawks, Heat, Knicks, Bulls, Celtics, Hornets, Pacers, Cavaliers. E, Bucks, Nets, Knicks, Heat, Hawks, Bulls, Celtics, Hornets, Magic, and Pacers for the East.
Okay.
That Cavs thing is just hilarious, bro.
And then for the West,
Colin Sexton like that.
Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Nuggets, Jazz, Warriors, Mavericks, Blazers, Grizzlies, Pelicans. Aaron, Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Nuggets, Jazz, Warriors, Mavs, Blazers, Rockets, Pelicans. E, Portland, Suns, Nuggets, Jazz, Warriors, Mavs, Lakers in the play-in, Clippers in the play-in. Thunder in the play-in.
I think Clippers probably be there.
Pelicans in the play-in. So yeah, the top 10.
I like the list all as a whole. Like our list.
I'm very confident on it.
I think you onto something with the Clippers in the play-in though. I think that is a very high possibility.
You
if they
got the number one. Now something with the Cavs in there.
If
the Cavs in the play-in, bro.
What? Go, come on. We gonna have it on camera. What you gonna?
You gotta get a tattoo.
Fuck no.
Let me see.
You gotta eat a white chocolate macadamia cookie and say it's the best.
Bet. I do it. Easy bet. All right.
You don't think 10 seeds? I mean, you only gotta beat out 5 other teams.
You gotta remember playing, man. I mean, yeah.
I'm saying, we only gotta make the plan. You only gotta beat out 5 other teams. Colin Sexton, 20 point per game scorer. Darius Garland is a.
Yeah, Ricky Rubio.
Shut up. He is a good, great playmaker. Not Ricky Rubio. I'm talking about Taco Fall. He's not gonna play.
I think he's gonna play.
You know what I'm saying? Evan Mobley's gonna be great. We got one of the best defensive centers in Jared Allen. I don't know what we're gonna do at wing. Isaac Okoro's a good defensive
Hey, fuck this nigga Denzel Valentine. Fuck him.
Denzel Valentine's not getting
trash.
On the court. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna watch all these Cavs games. The moment Denzel Valentine steps on the court, I'm cutting it off. I'm not watching. I'm not watching that.
More predictions. Let's talk about Coach of the Year. Who y'all got?
For Coach of the Year, okay, so it's got to be a team.
Jason Kidd.
Damn.
Why?
Y'all remember when Giannis got into the league, Jason Kidd was the Bucks coach, and he sort of progressed him into that sort of, Magic Johnson-esque sort of guard, forward kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I think he got, like, some sort of, well-developed understanding on how to mold the guard and start, running good rotations. And plus, as a, coach to come back as a head coach, you know what I'm saying? I think he's got a lot to prove, so I say him.
Okay. I have Eric Spoelstra getting Coach of the Year.
Man, thank you.
So I think the Heat had one of the better off seasons, or at least free agencies, I'll say.
I take my bet. I don't take mine for argument.
Yeah, fair enough. And that's also just a solid option.
Jason Kidd.
I just saw who he's. Is that who you going with? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. But yeah, I'm going Eric Spoelstra because I think adding Kyle Lowry. The main problem the Heat had is they didn't have a guy to facilitate for them, or when the other team's best player is a point guard. On the defensive side, it's not close. They getting cooked. Adding Kyle Lowry to that, you are able to now scheme in a way that is very beneficial to your team as a whole. And I think when you're able to coach in a way that you don't have to say, oh, everything is like this, except for when this guy is in the rotation. Then being able to now, Eric's supposed to be able to look at his full team and be able to rotate like that, barring any big injuries to anybody, I think it'd be Eric Spoelstra.
For me, yeah, I really like Eric Spoelstra.
But I also like who you about to say.
I'm going with Coach Billy Donovan. Mm-hmm. Listen, the acquisitions he got in doing the draft and the free agency, I think he has majority of the pieces that he needs to execute his offense.
Yes.
Now it's up to him to set up the rotations. Obviously, make sure who's hot, you stay in. If you're not, you get out. He makes the final decisions. So I think Billy Donovan is gonna take that lead, take this team to the playoffs, and I think they might, like you said earlier, get number 4.
Lonzo, Kobe,
they might sneak in for the home court for the first round.
DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine.
So that's my pick, Billy Donovan.
Caruso.
The Caruso, Vucevic, and Derrick Jones Jr. just to be a high flyer. Hey, no sleep on Troy Brown, man. He gonna average like 11 this year off for them.
Let's go 6th man of the year.
6th man of the year.
Jordan Clarkson again.
I don't see. I was about to say I don't see how anybody takes it away from Jordan Clarkson.
And especially how the way the Jazz is. I like that pick a lot.
Oh, so we're on agreement on a 6th man of the year.
Yeah, I just don't see. Jordan Clarkson gives you an efficient 20 off the bench night in, night out. I don't see how you really.
So let's put Clarkson at big words here.
Yeah. Sleeper, Cam Reddish.
If they play him.
Yeah, if they play him. Most improved. It's gonna be Kevin Porter Jr. Not a question. Won't even be close.
Kevin Porter Jr.
He's gonna run away with it, like probably about 30 games into the season. I don't think it'll be close anymore.
I'm gonna go. Actually, you go. I'm not sure yet.
You say I go. You know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
For me, a lot of it was like Lonzo Ball, but they never consider him. And like,
but on a team, if this team is good though.
But like the thing is, he's improved so much as it is that if they really do well, is he even improved from how
That's
much
true.
he's improved?
They was talking about last year. So he's shooting efficiently from the 3 now.
You know what I'm saying?
And we already know what he is as a passer.
So I want to say Lonzo Ball, but he's
stick to your guns, man.
Yeah, I'll go Lonzo Ball.
I respect that.
I was debating 3 players.
Okay.
So Lonzo Ball was one of them.
Fair.
Shea and Michael Porter Jr.
You don't like me. You slandered Michael Porter. But no, you only slandered him getting that bag. It's fair.
Yeah, I was saying because
he don't deserve it.
$200 million right now.
So you saying
if he breaks out, then they give him $200 million.
But like
he is gonna break.
Shea's been a number 1 option. For
I think Shea, for the reasons that you said Lonzo wouldn't get it. I think that's why they wouldn't give it to Shea.
Yeah.
Because I think Shea is I don't think he's close to his peak by any means, but I think you've seen the biggest jump already. Mm-hmm. and like they still didn't put him in that conversation. I'm like, bro, what are y'all watching? He is allowing 38% shooting against him from the field. He's giving you 18 points.
I'm going SGA just for that reason.
That's bro. Niggas averaging 18 and 6 playing alongside Chris Paul.
If anything, I think a good pick up would be like Kyle Kuzma. Now he's on like.
Shut the fuck up.
No. Like sort of like a BI thing.
No, I don't know.
I'm just putting that out there, maybe.
You think Kyle Kuzma and BI on the same level?
No, I'm just saying sort of like how BI became a number one option. It's the most improved one. No one gives a.
Okay.
It's an MIP. It's not MVP.
What's the next one?
You're over here fighting me on MIP. So
Rookie of the year.
Ooh.
This will be hard because
I got
Jalen Green.
Facts.
I got Suggs.
Cade
Cunningham.
I think Davion Mitchell could possibly get. He's
That's
gonna
what
get
I'm
it.
thinking.
Oh my god!
The reason why I don't put Davion Mitchell is because he got De'Aaron Fox on him.
yeah,
He's still gonna get. He gonna get the minutes though.
It don't matter if he get the minutes. He's not gonna shine because they were like, oh, he got De'Aaron Fox. That's why he's thriving. Or whatever.
That is not what anybody's gonna say.
You gotta remember. The best rookies are
You got
either.
Kuminga. You got.
Jonathan Kuminga. You already know how I feel about Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, so go ahead. You sorry.
Josh Giddey.
Hey, you know what? I respect it.
I'm calling it. So I called it. But no, I just think Josh Giddey is in a situation where he can thrive, especially on a youthful team. Like this is how like rookies do perform. Is like when you are. I would say for this case he's not number one option, but you become a number one option on a not so good team and you improve them. You know what I'm saying? Last year was Lonzo Ball. Would you say well fully deserved, up for debate, but. He turned him into a playing team, so.
All right, for me, I'm going Jalen Green.
That's a great pick, man.
For reasons for me, because John Wall obviously not going to be in that team.
Not at all.
So he's going to be traded at some point during
He's a mentor, bro.
So Jalen Green is pretty much the face of the Rockets right now. This is his team.
Yep.
It's up to him to direct them into the right place that they wanted to go, right?
Absolutely.
Which is playoffs.
100% agree.
You got him in.
And I got him in the playoffs.
You got him in the play-in. Not the playoffs.
Play-in.
But Jalen Green is the face of the franchise. He has the keys to the city. It's up to him. And I think he can live up to the point where he's going to have an Anthony Edwards, Melo Ball type of year. He's going to be making great plays. He's going to be scoring.
A lot of highlights. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to have it. So I think if he stays healthy, he stays consistent, Jalen Green's my pick.
That's a pretty high
That's
compliment.
That's a good one. And so Jalen Green was my pick, but I don't want to have the same pick.
Are you gonna say Cade?
No. Because I don't think while I think Cade will be good, I think Detroit will be too bad for them to consider him for Rookie of the Year. Because you got to at least be, in my opinion, I think for you to get Rookie of the Year, either you have to be leaps and bounds better than everybody else, or you would have had to made that team significantly better.
Yeah, you're right.
And have them either if not in the playoffs, fringe playoff type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Fair play to you.
So for those reasons,
Kuminga.
No. It's
think-
not somebody we've mentioned.
I don't think it's going to be Kuminga because he has.
Who is
Okay,
it?
no. So I'm going to lead up to it, right?
Alright.
So I think the Toronto Raptors are just going to be just outside of the play-in, right? And they picked up young Scotty Barnes, who is probably one of the most pound for pound, probably the most physically demanding guy. Dude's got a nice jumper. He's above average defensively.
He's nice.
And he is a slasher's dream. That kid put the ball on the floor and can get past anybody.
I like that.
So that's what I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with Scotty Barnes knocking it down for the Toronto Raptors, who are going to be 11.
DPOY.
Give it up to Bam.
I was going the same way. I was thinking Bam. I think
Bam just got.
I'm not going to argue that. I'm going Bam.
Bam, I'm with you with the Bam.
I want to argue that. I don't have a good enough argument.
I think he gets second looked every year. Every year. It's
So who you got, Eric?
AD has bulked up to play. You know what? I'm going to go with the safe pick. I'm going to say Rudy Gobert gets another one.
It's a fourth?
Get another, yeah. Get number 4.
That's not bad.
The Stifle Tower. Get number 4, man.
Stifle.
I mean, look, he stays healthy, and that's his game. We know Rudy.
That's a very safe pick. You can't go against that.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Rudy Gobert.
No. last and not least,
it's the big one.
the coveted MVP award. Who will get it?
Should be LeBron, but it won't be.
You know, I was on that same mentality. I was like, LeBron, like, but you know, they never want to do it, even though it's fully deserved. They just want a new face.
Every year, like,
So, besides the last 2 years.
last 2 years shouldn't have been. But 2018?
I'll say 2018, 2019
was wild.
No, 2019, 2020, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the fact they gave the one to James Harden's MVP and Giannis's first MVP. Or, yeah.
No, Giannis first MVP. And LeBron was hurt.
So no, second. Yeah, his second MVP. Yeah.
Last
So James Harden's MVP and then Giannis' second should have both been LeBron's awards. But like you said, they want to see new faces. So we need somebody good enough on a good enough team. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a little bit of a limb. I'm gonna say Trae Young brings it home.
Trae Young.
That's a really
Ice
good
Trae. I think he showed a lot last year in the playoffs. The Hawks are going to be in the playoffs this year, and he's going to be by far and away the best player.
Trae Young, MVP. Wow, that's a bold ass prediction.
I'm going Trae Young.
For me, I'm going Giannis. He got a jumper.
Yeah, I saw that jumper.
Hey man,
You believe in that jumper?
I believed it today.
It looked clean.
Listen, yeah.
I mean, I can't
That was
argue
the only
Giannis.
knock.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing that you got against
Giannis.
Giannis.
Score,
Facts.
finisher, and he can hit the post game.
Yeah.
But he cannot hit that perimeter shot. He got the shot. He was working on it. You can tell he was working on it. His jumper form is a little different. It's a little smoother. Nice release. If he can get that a little quicker off transition, he's going to be a very, very hard to stop guy.
Facts.
He's strong. He's tall. He's fast. To get a transition bucket perimeter shot, it's kind of hard to guard, man. Because now you got to either defend the shot or defend the paint. You can stop in the paint.
Nah,
You
you
got to
ain't.
follow him and he can be on the free throw line.
Damn.
His free throw
His free throws are a lot better.
Quicker too.
Not 11 seconds no more. About 5,
My old
6
guy
seconds.
counting the money.
Yeah. So Giannis is my pick.
Who you got, my boy?
I'm gonna go a little more youthful here.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
I've been really debating this right now.
Okay.
I want to say Donovan Mitchell because progressively each year he's gotten better.
Will they give him the respect though?
They never do because
You know what's funny? It's Utah.
Exactly. But they were second seed last season. Keep that in mind. And they
You
still
thought
didn't
they were
get
first seed.
They were first seed? Was the Suns second seed?
Suns were second seed, yeah.
Like, even more of a reason.
Well, that's why I was going so hard about when we was talking about best shooting guards. But okay, that's a different discussion.
But Donovan Mitchell, leader of the team,
Yes.
number 1 seed last season.
Yep. In the West,
In the West, the toughest, well, I think slowly progressing back to the East.
it's starting to balance out a little more.
But I think, for me personally, Donovan Mitchell has proven to, like, grow successfully, better shooter.
Yep. Much better shooter.
And the intangibles are just on par, like, with some of the, like, veteran guys in the league.
Yeah. For him to be so young, his leadership ability, crazy.
So I want to give it to him. He's got to be healthy. That's like one of the things but his injuries aren't like crazy long. So
what would, okay, let me ask you this. What do you think it takes for Donovan, like, you think another number 1 seed, or like, let's just say top 3 seed. If they grab a top 3 seed, let's say he averages somewhere around, because I think he was at 24 points last year. So let's say he's somewhere around there last year, better efficiency. I think he had like 6-ish assists, something in that ballpark. If he is around those numbers and they're a top 3 seed, is that good enough to get it done?
I'd have to say he'd have to up the scoring to 28.
I was thinking the
Okay.
same thing.
28? Okay.
28.
Because look at so. Go ahead, finish. I'm trying. Hopefully, I can.
For me, a stat line for him in the top 3 seed would have to be 28, 7 assists, 8 rebounds.
8 rebounds?
He's not getting 8 rebounds.
Like 4 rebounds, bro. Come on.
Like, I want to say.
He's averaged 4 rebounds his whole career. He's not getting 8. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying,
Rudy
like,
Gobert on his team?
He's not getting 8, bro.
I'm just saying, you know, if Russell Westbrook.
If he was taller, I could probably like. If he was like 6'5", I'm like, all right,
But Russell Westbrook made it a point of emphasis.
Exactly. So I
Donovan
think,
Mitchell just trying
but
to
that,
win.
that got him the MVP on a 6 seed. On a 6 seed. What are the parameters if that can be like a stat line on a 6 seed?
But you don't think 4 rebounds in the top 3 seed get it done?
If you're telling me like triple doubles, averaging, but on a 6 seed, if an MVP has to improve your team, and he got bounced out first round.
That's what that means to me. I think MVP means without this guy playing on our team, we ain't shit.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
It's LeBron all the time, but
Yeah. But like if there are teams in better situations and shit like that, like if there's a better story to it, I get how the voters can turn that way. And so I think Donovan Mitchell, so you said 28 points.
Yeah, last year he averaged 26, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
So
and 50% from 44% from the field.
He's got to up that
38
efficiency.
from the 3-point line.
So let's say he ups that efficiency to 48, 49-ish.
Mm-hmm.
28 points.
Mm-hmm.
And 40 from the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
He was shooting 40 from the 3.
No, he's 38 from
38. Okay, so that's up. That you can
Gold
up that.
standard
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, so you can take that.
But then, the point of emphasis for him to be an MVP, and this is why.
More assists too, maybe.
This is the point of emphasis. This is what I want him to do. This is the way he's going to win MVP.
How's that?
Closing games by himself.
Just like how John Morant did. I know he didn't win that game, but how he did win that game.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. John Morant was inefficient in those first 3 quarters.
And then emptied the clip
quarter,
when it mattered.
He made those buckets.
Same with Trae Young. Closing games.
Exactly.
That's why I got tricked.
See? So I say this because I think Donovan Mitchell is a much better player than Trae Young as it stands now.
Yeah, sure. I'll get about it.
Because he can close a game. When like the game is on the line and you have to win, you throw him the ball, you know it's about to go down. Whether it be a lay or him teaming up with John Collins, you know something's coming.
Yeah, I trust Trae Young to make the right pass every time, the right decision. Whether that's to go get the bucket yourself or kick it out to someone. And I definitely think if Donovan Mitchell has those moments, if he has, because I mean, you look at it last year, Jordan Clarkson hit game winners, Joe Ingles hit game winners. Donovan Mitchell got them to the point and would bring it back, but Donovan Mitchell wasn't closing those games out in that sense. So yeah, I think would you say would you put those moments over those rebounds? He has those.
Yeah, I think moments will be more beneficial because he's a 6'1" guard.
Yeah,
so he doesn't need to get rebounds.
Right,
4 rebounds is well enough.
Yeah, honestly,
unless you want to do like a Rondo type situation where he gets triple doubles all the time.
Yeah, 6'1" ain't very big.
Also, he has to stay healthy.
See,
that is
so like
how many games he do last year?
He only did 50-some games last year and did 69 the year before. He has to play at least 70 games.
Because we saw last year with Joel. We've all sat here and said Joel Embiid was the MVP.
But he got hurt for those 2 weeks.
And Jokic played every game.
Yeah, and they also was okay during those 2 weeks too, the Sixers. So that's all right.
Actually, they did a lot better.
I was gonna say they played just as well.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
that
he has to play for at least 65, 70 games for the season.
I like that pick a lot, though. I like that.
It took me a minute, because Luka was in my head, but I'm just saying, that team probably won't do
they won't do well enough.
Dallas won't do nothing for him, bro.
I don't think they'll do well enough. We'll get a lot of moments from Luka, like we was talking about.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, like no cap. Yes, that is a very.
He got 3 MVPs though, so.
I'm talking about.
I think he just means situationally.
Oh yeah.
Situationally,
where he just can't get help. Yeah. Great talent without getting help. So yeah, that'll wrap up our. That's everything.
That's everything.
Okay. So that wraps up our NBA side of that. That was wonderful basketball.
We got talking about prediction in the NBA.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about.
Talk about 2 young fellas. Mid fella and then 1 young fella. Ben Simmons.
Let's get the Ben Simmons is quicker.
He showed up to practice.
He did report.
He showed up to the game.
Which Philly was apparently surprised by.
They're like, what the fuck? You actually showed up? He made a good point. His pockets was hurting. That's why he came back.
The man lost $1.3 million already.
In like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not good for your pockets.
You put that down. Rich Paul ain't like, hey, nigga, listen.
You listen to my pockets now. My 5%.
But you think my yacht gonna pay itself?
Yeah,
you paying this.
Yeah, my 5% hurt right now.
Well, actually, I think Rich Paul, because I'm pretty sure Rich Paul takes his 5% off the top, so never mind.
Huh. So, yeah, he reported and
his pockets hurting.
So the team, like you said, they were surprised.
Yeah, because he didn't say he was coming back.
Yeah,
he just showed up.
Joel Embiid, a couple of the players, they had a comment. Joel Embiid, he was like, "We need Ben Simmons, but like at the same time, as long as he's doing his job as a professional, we should be fine." Then Danny Green was like, "Man, I don't care as long as he comes in, talks to his team, and then apologize. I'm cool." So like, there's some mixed emotions. Yeah. So if he
addresses the team, addresses the situation, apologizes, I think the teammates will be like, all right, nigga, let's get to work.
Now let me ask y'all this: do you now, knowing everything we know right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know Ben Simmons doesn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
We have somewhat of an idea of where Philly stands with him, and in his stance, he is making it very difficult for him to be tradable. Do we think?
Also, GM was asking for a lot of shit.
I don't know what the GM's smoking. Do we think Ben Simmons suits up for the Philadelphia 76ers during the 2021-2022 NBA season?
I think he gets traded at the deadline.
As it stands, he does suit up, but yeah.
I think he gets traded at the deadline. Because he has to, at this point now, he just has to play for the trade now. Because if he plays poorly, his ass is staying there.
Okay.
If he plays well,
That's a good point. I was about to say I don't think he suits up again, but that's a fair point.
if he plays well, team's like, all right, maybe we take a shot, even though he doesn't shoot as well or doesn't take the shots.
What twisted irony. We'll take the shot to keep
But yeah, so if he plays well, I think he gets traded because now his value goes up. And people might make that dumbass concept trades that people have been talking about.
I think this idea of 3 first-round picks out of their fucking heads.
Yeah, I think a first round and maybe a second round pick.
Well, did you see the one trade that was like one that was officially submitted to Portland? So it was CJ McCollum, 2 first-round picks, and 3 pick swaps.
The swaps killed that thing.
Yeah.
It was the swaps that killed that thing. Two first round picks is okay. As
They
long as it's not in the same like back-to-back years, that's okay.
Yeah.
But the pick swap?
So like you telling me that you want me to give you my first-round picks, and then
3 of them bitches too.
you want to switch out 3 of our picks?
That's not good. That's a risky game right there.
I want to
No,
put out a
they probably
scenario.
gonna lose Dame. Out your mind. They could probably gonna be a lottery team.
I want to put out a scenario for you. In a situation where no team is more lateral, no team wins, no team really loses, a Kyrie Ben Simmons trade.
You know what? Perfect way to say. So, to frame all of this, right? The Brooklyn Nets have taken their most public and I guess firmest stance against what Kyrie Irving's been doing. So Kyrie Irving, we talked about on last episode, refusing to get vaccinated. The state of New York already told him that you ain't playing home games here. Can't do it. You're not vaccinated, not doing it. And then they went into the discussion of how difficult it would be that Kyrie wouldn't be able to sit with the team on the plane, he wouldn't be able to travel with them, no meals, nothing. None of this could happen simply because he could not get vaccinated. So the Brooklyn Nets come out and say, okay, well, any talks of extension? Nah. Tell your agent, stop calling us.
186 million gone.
Yeah.
Until he gets vaccinated.
Half
obviously.
your salary gone until you get vaccinated. That money is not replaceable upon any trade. He doesn't get that back anywhere. He cannot recoup any of that money. There was also rumors that if he was traded, he would consider retiring. He shot that rumor down.
He said, I ain't retiring anytime soon.
You know, so with all of that, I do think here's my problem for your problem type of situation is not the craziest thing. We know Kyrie Irving's most important thing to him is being close to home. New Jersey's like an hour 45 minutes away from Philly. You know, you can hop on a train and go to New Jersey from Philly. You know, so geographically, you're not doing terrible. Now Brooklyn gets better defensively, swapping out
size,
Kyrie, and size wise.
We lose the shot making.
You do lose. You
You got
still,
James Harden, man.
you still got James Harden and KD.
Kevin Durant.
Now and then, obviously
Landry
Philly.
Shamet.
Obviously Philly. A Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid pick and roll would be filthy.
Bro.
I mean. And Philly's biggest problem is being able to close.
No,
You got the greatest closer.
Because Ben Simmons won't take no damn shots.
One of the greatest closers.
Kyrie Irving's a great closer. When Philly was at their best, they had Jimmy Butler, a designated closer. They were able to get. Yeah, I don't know how they want to get.
I don't know how they fucked that up. Jimmy Butler was a great
No,
pick.
they didn't fuck it up. I mean, they did,
They
but
did.
like it was more of a.
Because Jimmy was even cool being there. It wasn't like a
Because
Minnesota situation.
you saw that interview on JJ Riddick where he's like, they said how to stop me from whatever, I forgot, man.
Yeah, it was wild. But yeah, so I think that is a very it's a lateral move. I think both teams actually get a little bit better. You lose a lot, but I think you gain a lot. You got two guys who are very, very good in their roles. You know, I would say Kyrie Irving is probably closer to the end of a superstar than Ben Simmons is.
But you know, the age.
Yeah, age thing, the defense.
And then you got to look at.
And it's not like Ben Simmons doesn't score the basketball either. Like let's not pretend he's not
in the
18. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Man,
Let's not pretend regular season Ben Simmons isn't like I think an 18.7 or something like that, or 19 point per game score, somewhere in that ballpark. We've seen him put up 40 points before without Joel on the floor. When Ben Simmons can do his thing, he's a great player. Now I don't know. Brooklyn would have to rework everything because James Harden is their point guard now, and obviously Ben Simmons can't play off ball because he can't shoot.
You better learn.
I mean, you could run a pick and roll with Ben Simmons, James Harden, Ben Simmons pick and roll, and just let him work around the basket. If he's afraid of being fouled while rolling to the basket, then you do lose some efficiency there. But I think he can make it. They can make it work. So it would be a very interesting trade for sure.
Yeah, hopefully Kyrie gets his shit together. Hopefully Ben Simmons gets his shit together. And hopefully we have a great NBA season. But that is our show for tonight. Excellent sports take.
Absolutely.
Great discussion.
Wonderful.
A long one for you, but listen, this is well worth it.
I like the long one.
Keep watching it. And
Pause.
thank you for reaching to the end. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for making it to here.
Yes. So that's the show. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.